to go for another one of your Fire Fridays. Bass.
The youth man in a hip color. Alright, I know that you look into a different $20. Now you're gone, yes you're gone. You got a jailboard. Yes the bad boy gone, yes he gone. You got a jailboard. Oh boy. So when you're doing young, you must always remember. But tell when there is a hit farmer. Oh yeah, who will carry your name except to the police officer. Now they're gone, yes they're gone to jail. Whoa. Yes the bad boy gone, yes he's gone to jail. Whoa. Trinidad, so mercy on the baby. In my life you're playing an excessive amount of unnecessary stress.
Minutes to go. Up next, Family, Raj, Sexplosion. Sending some love to the angels also.
Have some mercy. Hey Lord, if you never leave me, and you see me put you back down, hey Lord, if you leave me, that time you would see. Oh man, I tell you lose me heartbeat. Without you in my life, man, me can't sleep. Lose a with a witness to me not eat. I saw you happy with dancing and turning every night under the street. I want to run with you, that think I fight for me. When me look at your picture and see how you look sweet. Remember the first time when we just meet. And I don't want me off it exposing at the street. So me say, Lana, anyhow you leave me, then you would have seen where you want to do that. Hey Lana, if you ever leave me, that time you would have seen. Everything I do to remember you. Won't you come on back, give me a second chance. Everything I try. Oh baby, have some mercy. Since you walk out against me, everything I do seems to go wrong. Oh baby, one love music to everybody.
Alright, Wally. Think you need to find a Robert Nessa now.
We don't want to treat them.
2 to go. This one is Maliki talking about one love.
One love. Love from a regional musician, we are saying.
Alright, people, 1 to go after this.
Yeah.
Just reminding you all, tomorrow night, all roads lead to Foxy's Bar Marabella for a thing called Reggae Roadblock. Featuring I Sasha, live and alive performing for you, alongside Naya Bingi, Solid Rock, Jar Tower Global, Conqueror Song, 9 Miles International, and all hosted by Lion Paw.
One love. Not love from under, that love from above.
And do remember this on every Monday at the Vast thing called Mystic Mondays, hosted by yours truly, 9 Miles International.
Cause of this insane world I see, but
this Monday we feature Daniel Bless.
It seems to be we've got no love for each other, which was the internet, the most high. Well, like the rich man should live good and the poor man should not suffer. Crime may get worse and though them try to make it better. And nobody found it, lying on the gutter, and then not gonna stop, so don't get rid of. We say, cause we don't want to treat them, we don't want it to love. One love. Not a love from under, that love from above. One love. Love from a regional musician, we say. One love. That love my heart got to display. I let love live and let love breathe. And it's the one that you must see that. Watch the things that you don't like that. Tell you what will be judged by your deeds. And got some good vibes, plant the seed. And someone who is in need. Dash away with this thing.
So people, one more to go. And this is it. As long as the Almighty is in your life, the sun will always shine.
Make you want to move your dancing feet to the rescue. Here I am.
Bop.
Want you to know ya. Here I stand.
All right, people. About to sign off. As we say, don't forget, tomorrow night, Marabella Foxy's Bar Reggae Roadblock. This Monday, Mystic Mondays at the Vas. And next week, Saturday, Tobago. Ital Sip. So as we always say, live the life you love the life you live. The good things you do will follow you. The bad things you do will run you down. So people, please do the good. On behalf of my selector, Wally, I'm 9 Miles International locking off for this Friday. Hoping you have a wonderful weekend. See you at the same time. Right here on Power 102. Next week, Friday, 6 to 9 p.m. We out. Up next, Raj Family Sexplosion.
Just want you to know just where I stand.
Who? Yeah, Shane. Yeah.
Here I am. I want you to know. Woo!
So, who just coming in? Yeah.
Yeah. Brain start to work a little bit easier, you know? Not all the time it is work.
Okay.
Get a contact, and you know, like I start back working or something.
That was shit.
Where's that?
Some program he doing, like if you recording the program.
Oh,
So he wants some fella. How we going there?
I don't know.
we're going over here.
Yeah, you want to bring a CD and thing?
Right
Where
here.
you going?
You right here while you farm.
Are you coming with 2 tables? Are you record the final you can play?
Vinyl. Yeah.
I'm not doing so, eh?
This is Power 102, empowering you.
It's time for the bargain of the year at Fab India Expo. Now closing on July 2nd. Yes, it's
Thank
the
you.
final extension of
When he get off the air, drop it down now, man. Oh, the boss the head down.
Yeah.
I want to get a headache to start the program.
Credit card for a chance to spin to win up to $500 instantly on a weekly support.
We go ahead, no, because go try it now. No.
Decorations.
If we do the pot? Yeah, it's in the pot, yeah.
All under one roof. Don't miss out on this opportunity to visit the best of the best. Fab India Expo final extension closing on July 2nd, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Entry is absolutely free. Check us out today.
Encore Productions presents Don't Say No More. Retail Auditorium, Wednesday, 4th July 2018, 8 p.m. Tickets $175. Available at Retail Auditorium. Don't Say a Word. A delicating of the
You go to the right family?
Yeah, but like holiday foods, of course.
Alright, nice.
Wednesday, 4th July, 8 p.m. Retail Auditorium.
That tagline got long time, you know. Never even know that. It's like holiday food, of course.
You know that?
Never know that tagline. They don't know that.
Where do you feel like going, right?
We not there, you want to come in some recent times, but you have nights for us to pick up, okay, sir?
But you have baby boy.
There's babies. You see the milk still in their face?
Yeah.
Make them condense.
About what you do, we can say milk in.
You see the face? When I said that, you know.
No, well, I think it
Oh, sorry. You see the rum in their face?
45, I mean, the only thing, 45 next year, you know.
Hey, you look good for your age, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have never take that.
And 20 people.
Come on.
Real people, they started talking to me like they are young now. I'm like, yeah, like, you talking to me? No, man. Go for that. Like Major Lazer, they say, move up.
Oh gosh, alright, so right. Usually, good there.
I think I have my voice for program.
Yes, family, bless it, bless it. Raj, have a nice program.
Yeah, brother. Thank you.
All the best to the weekend.
Foxy Bastard, my two big brothers. Foxy Bastard.
Yeah.
Can't tell anything else.
So, you know that place?
It's a nice Sure, at one time, you know.
And what you mean, I feel see I hear know that place. Foxy's by you like in a place.
You making joke?
Yeah.
You want to next level? You like in a book or a biography? You started this?
I can't start. I'll get shot. Somebody go shoot me. Even if I change the name, I'll still
You
get.
have to do with that. In your will. Put it in your publisher.
then you
Publish
understand.
that 2 weeks after.
Because somebody go pee off my name.
Yeah, you said that.
Take care, brother. I spit on your grave, yeah?
Hey,
What?
oh. No, don't bother.
Alright, Fire Fridays. This on every Friday with 9 Miles International and Selector One.
Fire Fridays, louder than ever. 6 to 9 p.m. Blazing the conscious fire with your favorite reggae superstars.
Fire Fridays.
Tune in and start your reggae weekend with Fire Fridays, 6 to 9 on Power 102. Empowering you.
You're listening to Power 102. Sexplosion is on Power 102 and now on new days and at new times. The country's most informative sex education program, Sexplosion, is on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Fridays from 9 p.m. to midnight with Dr. Raj Randanan, the guru of sex in the Caribbean.
A lot of times we think that sex is totally below the waist. It is not below the waist. It starts in the brain. Your largest sex organ that you possess is your brain.
Tune in for discussion on all sexual matters. Sexplosion on Power 102. Empowering you.
Let the tune soak in and get that reggae out of his system. Get that reggae.
You're marinating it?
Now it's for love.
Sex.
Boy, family had a good turnout today, boy.
Flipping out?
Yeah, boy. Pan and thing, Despers.
She was a mass person, so.
Phase 2, eh?
She was a mass person?
No, she used to manage, yeah, but she used to play mass with hearts, but she used to manage Phase 2.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, thank you for staying here with us on Power 102.1 FM. Many thanks as always to 9 Miles International, also to Wally, keeping us company for the last couple of hours. While taking our time, it's now 9 minutes after 9 o'clock, and we do welcome you to Sexplosion here on Power 102.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center out at St. Augustine. And a very special good evening to you, my big brother. How are you today?
Pleasant good evening. Today wasn't all that good. I was under a lot of stress today. Some serious pressure from early in the morning all the way down to 5:30. But I got some sleep. I went home and did some meditation and said, I have to be fresh for tonight. Because after I left my program yesterday, which was very powerful, because we spoke about urine therapy and all those different things we went in, and I was surprised that Big Mac knew about the Kama Sutra and he knew the essence of the Kama Sutra, and that blew me away because a lot of people read the Kama Sutra and they don't realize what it is.
No, well, he have children, so he should know. He have some kind of level
of sex education within.
No, but I mean, understanding the Kama Sutra is not an easy thing.
It is not.
No, it is absolutely not an easy thing to understand.
Is it advisable for someone who goes through the Kama Sutra to read it more than one time?
Of course. Don't ever read that book once.
Well, so you cannot.
You'll miss the essence of it. No, you'll miss the essence of it. And it's one of the books that when you're reading it, you always have to go back. So you might be in chapter 3, but you'll have to go back to chapter 1 to resonate whatever you're reading in chapter 3.
Okay.
So it's one of those books that you have to do a lot of fall back and research while you're reading.
So you need a lot of bookmarkers.
Yeah, bookmarkers will help. It does. And if it throws you back to something to understand what's happening in the future, you put them back there also. So yes, you need a lot of bookmarkers. Bookmarkers are easy to come about. But I usually cut up a sheet of paper, and I don't need nothing fancy for a bookmarker. You know?
No, in my days I even had it better because what
I ain't making no dog ears. No, don't talk. Please don't do that. Don't talk about putting dog ears on the page. You used to do that?
Yes, of course.
God, if you know, I hate to see that dog ears on money and dog ears on page.
You know how much time the Queen get her face twisted or
nah, man, oh God, don't do that. And for those of you who don't know what dog ears is, it's when you bend the tip of the page and bring it in to mark the page. That's called a dog ears. Do not dog ears any book.
No. So it's advisable to get
cut a piece of paper. It could be newspaper, it could be anything. I cut strips and just put it in.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you need.
But someone who deals with the Kama Sutra, do it make them better lovers?
It makes you a better person.
A better person?
Of course it makes you a better person and by extension a better lover. Because it's about you, it's about understanding what you are, who you are, how to approach things, how to deal with things, especially of a sexual or love nature. So yes, it's very important to understand that, and it makes you a much better person. The essence of the book is not about what people think, it's not about position, it's about you relating to the opposite sex. I tell young people, if you get the opportunity to read the Kama Sutra, it helps you to become a person who can approach someone, who can start a conversation, who can find a conversation with someone who you may have just met, and you're able to express yourself in a better way. You can build your self-esteem, and you can project yourself in a much better way. And so it's important that you understand what you're reading and why you're reading it, and it's not just to teach you about positions, and a lot of people feel Kama Sutra is about position, which it's not.
Yes, because when I first heard the name, and I mean dealing with sex, that is the first thing that really came to mind.
Because that's what is portrayed on the Western world television, newscasts, pornography. That's what it is. But it's not. It's absolutely not. So one must understand what you're reading. The essence of it is teaching you how to be a man. How a man should treat a woman. What are the things and the steps you do or take to approach a woman, to romance a woman, to develop a relationship, and vice versa. It's not only a one-way street. And what the woman should do, and how she should approach, and how she should be accepting of whatever advances are being made or rejected. And sometimes you reject to accept. A woman who likes you wouldn't just jump and say, okay, let's go to bed yet. Then you will question her. Think about it. If you meet a young lady or a woman, and you start a conversation, and in the next sentence or the next set of words that uses like, so when we going to have sex deal, and she said, well, later, what you will think about her?
You're going to think of her on a level that what she's an easy prey.
Exactly. What kind of woman are you? Well, that's why one of the things that I developed, and I told you after reading it, and for between that age of 12 and 13, 3 times, after reading it one time before, so that was like 4 times, I realized what it was about, and it made me a better person, a more powerful person, a person who could start a conversation, deal with an individual. And my line after that was, if I go to talk to somebody, I used to tell them, take sex off the table. Because if sex is to happen, it will. And that's another thing you got to understand. If sex is going to happen between 2 persons, you have no control over that yet. What is written is written here.
That is destiny.
What is out there in the universe is out there in the universe. It's for you to grab it. So if you start a conversation, for example, you see a young lady and you decide that you're going to talk to her.
Yeah.
The first thing that she say, well, he trying to get into my pants, or he trying to, he tackling me because you only want sex, which most men do. But if you can show a woman that, hey, I really am interested in you and I want to get to know you, and if sex happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. I like the friendship. Sometimes a relationship starts off as a sexual relationship and ends up being a friendship. Sometimes it starts off as a friendship and ends up being a sexual relationship. So it could be anywhere, but it's whether you give it the chance or not. So I always used to put that on the table. Here, what if you're worried about me making a pass on you to have sex and water, take that off the table.
So it's better to go normal and
you go normal.
Let nature take its course.
Let nature take its course, but of course use your charm.
Yeah.
And your charm comes from what you learn. Any woman likes to be told nice things. Any woman likes to be treated like a woman, not a doormat. But most guys, when they go after a woman, they're thinking about what can I get from her, which is between her legs. That's what they're thinking. They're not thinking about getting to know the person, the challenges the person may face, empathizing with the person at times, making the person laugh, making this person think. Those are the traits that you want to inculcate in the individual. Those are the things that you want the person to think about you and say, you know, that's a good guy. He doesn't really, he pushing no move. And whatnot, he asked me about how my day was. He's concerned. He's concerned.
Well,
and it has to be genuine concern. It mustn't be you superficial that I just asking you, well, how was your day? And I care for the answer.
Yeah, because some men will take the approach, they might ask you questions like that. Just the main idea to soften you up, to get into your pants.
Well, that's the point. But most women will know. And as I always say, most women know from the very beginning whether they want to have sex with you or not.
The minute they lay their eyes on you.
They know. But they're not going to make it easy for you. They are not going to lay it out and say, okay, well, here it is. You have to work for it.
No, because what happens there is that we're going to come back to the same first point that you just mentioned, that they might think is an easy prey if they give in.
Exactly. And their value goes down the easier they become. Now, there are some women out there who will give you sex at the drop of a penny. But what are their values?
Yeah, because
how would somebody else look at them? How would you look at them? What would you think? Would you want to have a long-term relationship with this person?
No, of course not.
Exactly.
And then you got to think.
So that's why it empowers a woman to know that, hey, I am available. I'm available to the right person.
But you got to work for it.
But you got to work for it. It's not just there easily.
No.
And the man also has to know that, hey, I have to show that I am capable of winning you over. I have that within me. I have that strength and power to do so. And lots of time we lose that along the way. Because we're only looking at one thing: how quickly can I get you to bed? How quickly can I get you to have sex?
I think the first time a man lays his eyes, I think that is the first thought that comes. He don't think about anything else.
It depends on the man, you know. If I see an attractive woman and I want to be friends with her, I try to be friends. I will start off with a compliment. I will start a conversation in some way or the other, because my interest in being friend with you. But again, if sex has to come as part of our friendship, it will come. That's why I always maintain that in my days of when I say tracking girls and whatnot. I never used to track anybody. I will go somewhere and I see somebody, I start talking to them. But your charm or the way you talk to them or what your approach and all those things is what makes you a powerful individual when it comes to that.
But that makes a big difference, because as a matter of fact, sometimes some women will get the first impression that, hey, look, this guy, I can't catch myself getting into bed with him. But after having a conversation with you, maybe an hour and a half, they say, but she said,
you soften her up.
Yeah,
it's like anything
really
else.
Wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong about this person. This person really nice, and I enjoy the conversation, and I don't mind spending time with the person. That you ever go to a pub or something and you meet someone, and you strike up a conversation, and you want to leave.
Oh yeah.
Well, right.
Many times.
Because everything is going so sweet and nice, and what the conversation is good, the company is good, and you feel good about yourself. So this is a continuation of Thursday, but this is not what I want to talk about tonight. Tonight I want to talk about something called a sensual sexual massage. So I want all the ladies out there to go and put on something sexy and nice. No underwear underneath, just something sexy and nice. So all the ladies out there should be doing that right now. After, we'll take a break for you to make sure you get the sexiest lingerie that you have.
And call the boyfriend, get away.
Call your husband.
No football playing.
Forget anything else. Tell your husband, here what? Sit and listen to Dr. Raj because we're going to do something tonight.
I like what you mentioned there. So
because I'm going to give instructions.
You're going to give instructions?
Let's put it this way. Right, I have to say a special good night to Jordana.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. Don't try to figure out who she is. She's my protein girl. Yes.
I love protein girl.
You love protein? Yeah, well, she's my protein girl.
She's a protein girl.
Yes.
Yes.
She takes care of me.
Oh, she takes care.
Yes. What a beautiful young lady.
Oh.
Anyway, so let's, all the ladies out there, make sure you get your sexy wear. You could be in the nude also, but you want a little camouflage. You want to hide it up a little bit. And tell the husband or the boyfriend or the significant other to come next to you, sitting on the bed, or if you're sitting on the couch or wherever you're listening to the program, and get ready for a sensual sexual massage.
Anyway, folks, taking over time, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock, Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
You're listening to Power 102. Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one. We're one people, one nation, and all in this together. Let's do this with Cheryl Wilson on Power 102, empowering you. The Reggae Ride, each and every Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102. The Reggae Ride, with the Empress, Gaylan, empowering you. Start your weekends with Sir Charles and Calypso Classics. Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. Calypso Classics. Calypso. Enjoy classics from all the greats of Calypso: Sparrow, Scallon, Kitchener, Rodder, Shadow, Calypso Rose, and many more Calypso classics with Sir Charles.
Let's have a good time.
All the Calypso greats, Saturday mornings.
Asha, what are you doing?
And only on Power 102.
Lord have mercy.
Power of Calypso. Every detail checked.
My favorite thing was the bumper boat.
Every ride prepared.
My favorite thing
Wow.
was the boot slide.
Every game ready. And the artist.
I can't share it with you, sorry.
No. Anytime I see that kind of smile on your face, that kind of particular smile on your face, I know that is
Sunday, 22nd July, at
that's
the
a nice
Center
pick.
of Excellence, McCoy. The Sunshine Cereals. Circus Jam. With all the attractions you remember and the artists to make you jump. Kids are $80, adults $120, and children under 2 years old enter free. Tickets are out, so get them now at Francis Fashion Shoe Locker, corner Queen and Henry Street, Port of Spain, Twin City Mall, Tunapuna and Arima, Larry's Fashion, Chiguanas, Burger King, Curab, Fats International, Arima and Twin City Mall, and at Boom 94's offices, 88 to 90 Abercrombie Street, Port of Spain.
The Sunshine Cereals, Summer Kids, Jamboree.
The most fun you've ever had before awaits Sunday, 22nd July at the Center of Excellence, McCoy.
We're going to Sesame Street?
Sunshine
We're going to Sesame Street.
Sesame Street?
Where's that?
Sponsored by V8, Juicy,
these-
Blue Waters, and
want
Blue
these
Waters
run
Cran,
right
Little
through, but
Caesars
it's
Pizza,
so
Burger
far
King,
back.
and Teardracks. All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM.
Yo, this is Marshall Montana on Power 102 FM.
With the best music and personalities to power your day. All day on a Saturday. Sir Charles, Chris, DJ Maggie, Gaylan, and the ultimate DJ Shane.
This is Capri, and you're listening to Power 102.
All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM. The power of music.
Oh Lord,
All Monday
That's
to
nice to
Saturday
see,
from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. all day on a Saturday on Power 102. Empowering you.
Well, I could definitely tell you that nobody does better what we do best when it comes to sex education right here on Power 2.1 FM every Thursday and Friday evening. This is what it's all about. May I remind you that this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are therefore advised. You are listening to Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center out at St. Augustine. Yeah.
So, for the ladies out there, for all those who are sending me text message, I actually sent a broadcast out stating the topic or the name of the topic tonight, which is sensual sexual massage. And all of you are asking for the price of it. It's free right now.
Come on.
Right now. Come in the studio if you want it free. It's right now. And all the ladies who don't have a guy to give them the massage or a lady or whoever they want the massage from, Junior and I will do it for you.
Yeah.
Right now we are your masseuse.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
We will give you the perfect massage tonight.
Even if I have to put on a wig.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. They're not going to see you anyway, because that's how we're going to start off.
A lot of women would want to know what a sensual massage is.
Well, we're getting into that. You're rushing the brush.
I could see people running.
No, you're rushing the brush,
I
man.
see people putting on the headphones quick to get all the.
And I see my darling said she's coming for the massage, so very good. And Asha, that kind of wickedness you do with me, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. That is according to my partner Andy. That is the whole hog. He said that the whole hog. That is not just piece of the hog. That's not the head. That's the whole hog. Right, Andy? Anyway, so the best place to give this massage would be on a table. So are you going to convert the table in the living room, the dining room, or you have a table in your bedroom to do it? And why a table? When you think of a table, the height of a table, and you think of a man standing next to the table or a woman standing next to the table, her vagina or man's penis is right at the base of the table. Meaning the top of the table, not the base, the top of the table. So that's perfect for you, but of course you might need to put some padding. You might need to definitely put some towels.
Well, the towel is important.
Yes. And get some nice scented oil. If you don't have scented oil, baby oil is fine, coconut oil is fine, but scented oil is nice. And there are different blends you can do with your scented oil, because the scented oil is what is going to, well, when I start talking, it's for you to prepare the place, you know. Because we're preparing inside here already, you know.
As a matter of fact.
So, the ladies out there, or the guys out there who are preparing their massage oil, you can get your base oil and you can add rose oil, you can add lavender, you can add different spices to it, you can do different things with it. You can put a little eucalyptus for if your partner is hard working and you know she wants a relaxation and she wants the joints to feel good. There are different things you can add to your oil.
But the sensitivity oil, that gives you a
well, what it does, it brings out something in you, and I'll explain that as we go along with the massage. Right now we are starting massage, you know. We're preparing the place. And to top it off, there are certain elements that you need for a sensual massage. First and foremost, you need the setting of a table or a bed. You could do it on a bed. But guys, if you're doing it on a bed, no, you have to kneel.
Yeah, boy, that could take
on your knees, or sit on your buttocks and sit Indian style.
Especially if the room is tiled.
Now, you want to make sure that the place is not too cold and definitely not too hot. So if you have a fan, bounce it off the wall so it cools down the room.
Not directly on you.
Not directly on you. If you are in an air-conditioned room, 24 degrees is perfect.
24?
Not 25, not 23. 24 degrees is perfect. Perfect for massage. Next thing, what do you need? You need some scented candles. The more the merrier. Of course, if you have a multiple scents, fine. Some people like lavender, some people like brown sugar, some people like hazelnut. It depends on what you like. You light it in the room. Rose. You light your scented candles. Cherry. Cherries are very popular scent. Oh, that's a very popular scent. So you light your candles. You make sure there are some at the feet and some at the head of the table, but not on the table, around you, and make sure you can move around the person. If the person is on a bed, make sure you can move around the person. If the person is on a table, make sure you can move around. So I hope you all fixing up the place, you know, because we're coming to give the massage. And the ladies who are home alone, Junior is coming. Junior is coming. AA, I know AA mom in Rio Claro is listening for that massage, so she wanted from you. She wanted from me. I could sure about that.
Sure about that.
I'm positive about that. She don't want it from me. She said she wanted from you.
Okay.
She just sent a message. I want it from Junior. Yeah.
Oh, she did.
So here we are. It doesn't matter what kind of oil you use, grapeseed oil, whatever, sesame seed oil, whatever oil you want to use is entirely up to you. But you can add other oils to it to get a blend and to get it to do what it's supposed to be doing. Because remember, this is a sensual, sexual massage.
So you need that kind of.
And for all the guys out there, after you have your oil, make sure you have something called honey dust. And I'll tell you what we'll do the honey dust later on. If you don't have honey dust, well, too bad. We go use the oil. But if you have honey dust, you know what honey dust does?
That's a plus.
That's plus, plus, plus.
Oh, that's a plus, plus.
Yeah, that's 3 pluses and not 1 plus. When you finish with the honey dust, this person will be like a snake. They'll be moving like a snake. You'll be moving like a snake. The person will be moving like a snake, and you know what will happen when 2 snakes start to move.
I'm telling you, they get all wrapped up.
You shouldn't be here, but you should be teaching a class. Definitely teaching a class. So, you have gotten all the items, soft music in the background like Je t'aime. Make sure Je t'aime is playing in the background so you can think about Raj and Junior now. If you hear Je t'aime, for the time anybody hears Je t'aime. I told you the joke, I was in a store and I heard Je t'aime playing. And I was like, who the hell playing Sexplosion Team Boy? Of course it's a song, anybody can play it. And then of course my good friend Sensational Sammy came on and said to all the guys at Sexplosion. So I felt good. I really felt good.
Which means that he was thinking along the same line about sex and that particular.
Now, of course, all those things you can get it at Total Image if you don't have it. If you don't have your scented oil, you can get it there. If you don't have your massage oil, you can get it there. If you don't have your lube, you can get it there. If you don't have, of course, your honey dust, you can get it there in little packets. And all you need is a little packet. You don't have to have a big can. A big can is 500, a little packet is 25.
Yeah, but if it's someone that loves to have sex like
well, you can buy a whole can and keep it. But believe me, a can can last about 5 years. You could never finish that. You could never finish it. And it don't spoil.
But you see, but before you go further, and I don't want to jump, but when you're speaking in terms of the honey dust, is there a certain amount that you can use, or?
Well, that's what I tell you. Buy a little pack.
And
that's good enough. That will last you a week.
Oh, that will be effective.
And that's 7 massages, not 1.
7?
Of course, you could use the whole pack if you want and just spread it. But we're not using the honey dust yet. Why you jump into the honey dust? Let me start the thing now. Let me set up the place. Let me set the... You're playing the music? The people want to hear the music?
But they're hearing it here, man, in the background.
You sure?
Oh, yes.
So the music is in the background?
The music in the background, okay. Right.
The fan is bouncing off the wall. Yes, so the air condition is at 24 for those who have air condition. Right, what else you need?
2 people.
Oh, yeah, I forget them, boy.
Yeah.
I really forget them. But remember, we have at Total Image, we have the woman massage oil also. Now, what do you do as a person going to give the massage? You must use. You make sure you wear something loose fitting, like a robe.
Yeah.
Don't wrap no towel around your waist and don't wear no tight jockey shorts and things. You're going in no kind of bodybuilding show.
Just a towel.
Loose, nice, something fitting you loose, and that's it. The lady, of course, she's in her negligee. She's feeling nice, and of course, the place has to be warm, so the candles are lighting. You're getting that flickering light, and take off the light. Take off the light, man. They set a bright light inside here. You want to blind the woman, or? So you take off the bright light.
Okay.
So the candle flickering in the room, you're creating the mood. You must create the mood. If you don't create the mood, the person is not going to enjoy it.
No.
Although the eye is going to be closed, but you don't want when you open your eyes, 100-watt bulb in your face. Yeah. No, you don't want that.
That just don't make sense.
Nah, you dim the light or you take off the lights and you make sure the candles are burning, and of course safety is always a factor. So always keep water nearby.
Yeah.
Always. No, I'm serious. I'm serious, because you're going to knock down a candle. In the heat of the moment, and when you start to wrap around one another, you might knock down a candle.
When snakes
yeah. So keep a bucket, our container of water nearby. Believe me, you'll be thankful for that. You set that aside.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, we go along.
So the lady is lying on the bed, because this is for the ladies. The ladies could give it to the guys, but this is for the ladies. It's ladies' night tonight. It is ladies' night tonight. So the women are getting the massage, and the guys are giving the massage.
Okay, right.
So don't go to the wrong and say, well, after this one is my own. No.
So the men...
No, Junior, no, God, stop begging the woman for the massage now.
The men is the givers.
And the women are the receivers. So the next step now is to warm your hands. Don't ever touch anyone with your cool, clammy hands. If you can't warm your hands by doing this, rubbing it together, put it over the flame and it warms up very quickly. You see this? Look at it. No, for now. It's like the restaurant in...
Yeah, man, your hands looking bright.
But look at that, red. You see?
But
get the circulation coming to... And this is very important because massage is about energy. Positive, vibrating energy. That's what a massage is about. A massage is not you're rubbing down somebody. A massage is not you feeling up somebody. A massage is about transference of energy. You're transferring your positive energy onto the person. The person is generating positive energy and you're receiving that positive energy.
Oh, okay. Right.
If you're vexed with the person and they just cuss you up or you had a quarrel, don't go and give them a massage. That is negative energy.
That wouldn't make sense at all.
If you're quarreling with the neighbor and you kick up the dog, don't go and give them a massage. If you stomp your feet when you're going into the room and you bust your toe, don't go and give them a massage. That's negative energy. And I'm very serious about that. Be positive in mind, body, and soul. Go with the intention that I'm going to enjoy this. Now, remember, it's a sexual massage, but you don't necessarily have to end up having sex. It's a sensual, sexual massage. So, everybody set up the place, I think? Check and see that.
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Everybody 90% so?
Yeah, I see Kathy is just shifting.
Oh, okay. She move aside?
She moves aside.
Right. So she's lying on the bed?
Oh, I love what she's wearing.
Oh, yeah, that must... Oh my God.
Beautiful. I always like pink.
I was just about it. I loved that. And especially that hot pink boy.
Yeah.
So she has that negligee on, but of course your job as a man is to remove it. Don't ask the woman to remove it.
No.
She's lying there and you gently... No, I'll tell you something. Oh, one thing I forgot, my heart. You know something else?
What's that? What do you
I need 5 pieces of cloth.
You need 5?
5 pieces of cloth.
Oh.
So you didn't think about the 5 pieces of cloth?
No.
Oh, God, boy. Hey, Junior, how you could forget this, boy? Any 5 pieces of cloth. But if you have silk, like a silk handkerchief, that's 1. A cotton handkerchief, that's 2. The same negligee that the woman has on, that's 3. Something rough. Something rough, like what? A rag.
Yeah, but you gotta get you have to have a kind of rag. You know, sometimes these rags are so rough.
Well, you want that.
Oh, you want
a rough rag. You want a rough rag. I'll tell you why. You want a rag that's kind of abrasive, but not abrasive where you got cut the skin. But you want that.
Just a slight.
Yeah. You know, something that will kind of irritate the skin a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I know exactly what
you know the hair cloth.
Yes.
One above the hair cloth, which is the rag. The one I used to walk around in your back pocket long time when he was...
That's a 3-dimensional.
Yeah, and between that and your cotton cloth, you could have a piece of synthetic material. Any synthetic material. Right?
Okay, yeah, follow you.
So you have removed the negligee. Well, the negligee more than likely is made out of some synthetic material, but it's soft. It's supposed to be soft. I think women that have hard negligee.
No.
They could have a little lace in it. Could have a nice little piece of lace in it, so that makes it a little more sensual. So you remove it, she lifts up her upper body and you take it out and you rest it on the side there. And what do? Your hands are warm, right? Your hands are?
Yeah, but as a matter of fact,
it almost looked like you're catching fire.
No, as a matter of fact, I took your advice and I
held it over the flame?
No, kept my hands, rubbed my hands together.
So, Ian, I ain't here to talk about that, you know. I'm talking about sex.
No, somebody gonna
throw me off to talk about some other thing about feeling sorry for somebody. Look, boy.
He could.
You see negative energy. Let me take a break because let me get away from the negative energy. Let me set up the place.
Yeah.
You're listening to Power 102. Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one. We're one people, one nation, and all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Let's do this with Shema Wilson on Power 102, empowering you. Start your weekends with Sir Charles and Calypso Classics. Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. Calypso Classics. Enjoy classics from all the greats of Calypso, Sparrow, Scallon, Kitchener, Rudder, Shadow, Calypso Rose, and many more Calypso classics with Sir Charles.
This thing gets smaller?
All the Calypso greats, Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. and only on Power 102. The power of Calypso. The Reggae Ride, each and every Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102. The Reggae Ride, with the Empress, Gaylan, and the ultimate DJ Shane. True and good music. Join us for some soothing reggae music on a Saturday. Real reggae music. The Reggae Ride. From the old to the new, we play only the best. The Reggae Ride, Saturdays from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102, empowering you. News Power 102 FM continues our groundbreaking series In Focus, where we examine the burning issues facing TNT. In Focus, all day this coming Wednesday, 4th July, TNT's anti-gang legislation. What do the new amendments mean? How effective will it be? And is the TTPS equipped and ready? News Power 102 In Focus this Wednesday, Anti-Gang 2018. Join our specially invited guests, Government Minister Fitzgerald Hines and Opposition Senator Gerald Brandine on the Power Breakfast Show. Inspector Michael Seals, Defense Attorney Fareed Ali, former Minister of National Security Gary Griffith, and more. News Power In Focus, Anti-Gang Legislation 2018. Only on News Power 102. Empowering you. Every detail checked.
My favorite thing was the bumper boats.
Every ride prepared.
My favorite thing was the hood slide.
Every game ready. And the artist you love.
My favorite thing was being on stage and meeting Nyla Blackman.
Sunday, 22nd July, at the Center of Excellence, Makoya. The Sunshine Cereals. Circus Jamboree. With all the attractions you remember and the artists to make you jump. Kids are $80, adults $120, and children under 2 years old enter free. Tickets are out, so get them now at Francis Fashion Shoe Locker, corner Queen and Henry Street, Port of Spain, Trent City Mall, Tunapuna and Arima, Larry's Fashion, Chaguanas, Burger King, Curab, Fats International, Arima and Trent City Mall, and at Blue 94's offices, 88 to 90 Abercrombie Street, Port of Spain.
The Sunshine Cereals, Summer Kids Jamboree.
The most fun you've ever had before awaits. Sunday, 22nd July, at the Center of Excellence, Makoya. The Sunshine Cereals. Circus Jamboree. Sponsored by V8, Juicy, Blue Waters and Blue Waters Cran, Little Caesars Pizza, Burger King, and Pier Drags. All inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM.
Yo, this is Marshall Montana on Power 102 FM.
With the best music and personalities to power your day. All day on a Saturday. Sir Charles, Chris, DJ Maggie, Gaylan, and the ultimate DJ Shane.
This is Capri, and you're listening to Power 102.
All inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM. The power of music.
I'm sure some of them will start without Reebok.
Two of them. Two of them. Yeah, what?
From 6 a.m. to
Tell
2
them
p.m.
they can't wait.
I tell you,
Power 102. Empowering you. Sexplosion is on Power 102 and now on new days and at new times. The country's most informative sex education program, Sexplosion, is on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Fridays from 9 p.m. to midnight with Dr. Raj, the guru of sex in the Caribbean.
A lot of times we think that sex is totally below the waist. It is not below the waist. It starts in the brain. Your largest sex organ that you possess is your brain.
Tune in for discussion on all sexual matters. Sexplosion on Power 102, empowering you.
Well, I can tell you, knowledge and experience, this is what it's all about. Nobody does better what we do best when it comes to sex education on a Thursday and Friday evening, right here on Power 102.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj, one man of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center at St. Augustine, where he do treats all sexual dysfunctions. Taking our time 15 minutes before 10 o'clock. Yes, family, as we kind of groove into this sensual.
So you have the 5 elements represented in the room.
Yeah.
You have your 5 pieces of cloth, and believe me, that rag and that other piece of cloth that is close to the rag, which is regular cloth, is going to come in handy later on. Because you'll end up sweating a little bit, so you'll need the rag to wipe yourself. But we're starting off with the rag with the person on the bed, which is the female, of course.
Okay, here we go.
So you take the rag and you pass it over the person, applying a little pressure from head to heel, because of course they're lying on their stomach. Over the left buttocks, all the way down, you come up the legs, all the way across the lower back, down the right, I went down the left leg, right?
Yeah.
Now down the right leg, you come up the center, don't touch the vagina, don't touch the perineum, don't touch the anus, and you take that cloth and you drag it all the way up to the shoulders. You do the right arm, you do the left arm. Slowly, sensually. So the person is feeling the cloth. They're feeling that rag. They're feeling that roughness on their body.
Okay. But you just answered the question I was about to ask you. If the rag have to be damp or dry?
No, dry.
Dry, okay. Yes.
You're not wetting it. You don't want the person feeling cold. You want them to be relaxed. You don't want them feeling anything that is going to throw them off.
Okay.
And if she has just showered and she has some beads of sweat and whatnot, you're wiping it off also with the cloth. Then you go to the next level, which is the regular piece of cloth, which might be cotton or some other synthetic material. You do the very same thing, but you do it the opposite way. If you did the left leg first, now you're doing it right. Make sure you pass it underneath the feet. Some women are ticklish. Make sure you do the ankle, make sure you do the toes, make sure you come up the calf. If you go down the right side of the calf, come up the left side of the calf. Behind the knees, you need to take the cloth and pass it gently around that area. Why gently? There are glands behind the knees that you want to start stimulating. You come up the leg, and now you're not touching the vagina, but between the legs and the vagina, there are glands there also. So you didn't do it with the rough cloth, but you're doing it with this one, where you pass it on that gland about 2 times, not more than 2 times.
Okay.
You'll be tempted to touch the vagina, you know, but don't. Don't, Junior, don't move your finger from there. Right. So, you've gone up the right side now, you're going on the left side, you come back up, come up to the shoulder, you do the left arm, and then you go to do the right arm. Take your time, don't rush it. Unless, of course, it's somebody else's wife, and you have to rush it, and you have to go home.
You have time, yes.
Right. So, I don't know who you're watching the program with, or listening to the program with, you know. But take your time. Take your time.
That's important.
You put that piece of cloth aside. The same negligee she had on, which she was loving on her skin, because she loved the feel of it, whatever material it may be, you take that now. And you brush the body with it. If it has lace, better yet. You're not rubbing this time, you're brushing.
Okay.
Or if you're a bad brusher, if you don't know how to brush, and you're a dabber, you're going to be doing so. No, slow it down.
Get the end.
You get the end, like you know where the lace is,
yes.
And you're running it across the back.
So the lace
up
gives
and
it,
down.
The lace gives it
a scraping motion, a sensual feel.
It's a plus.
It's a plus. But if it's a negligee, you could double it in 2. So you have the soft side and you have the lace side. You have the sides with the strap and you have the sides without the strap.
Okay.
So you're brushing it over the person. And when you reach the buttocks now, you spend a little more time brushing it across the buttocks. Left and right, up and down. You're making sure you cover the entire body, the back of the body, with this movement. The side of the body. Of course, if the woman is ticklish, you would know, and you don't touch those areas that are ticklish. Is your woman? Oh, no, it's the neighbor? Oh, gosh. You have to go and ask the husband what to do, you know. Because if she ticklish and jump off the table, you don't want that.
Because in a position like that, that's a turn off, right?
Yes. You don't want to turn her off at all. So now she's becoming totally relaxed. As a matter of fact, she will go into that state where she's almost asleep. because she's feeling this thing gently brushing against her back. She's smelling the scented candles. Of course, you could light incense in your room. Agarbati, you could light that in your room. Right? The place is cool and nice. It's not cold, it's not hot.
And the music's sweet.
And the music's sweet. So she's hearing this music in the background. Whatever she likes, and how are you like it?
No.
But nothing that is going to cause you to jump off the bed and want to wail on the place. It's not no soca.
No, Aluta always helps.
Of course. Who else you will play? Have anybody else?
He's number one on the chart.
Right. So you do that. The entire body. This entire process with the 5 pieces of cloth will take you about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you're taking your time. You're dragging it on.
Yeah.
So you're done with the negligee. Put it aside because you'll have to wait later.
Time is on your side.
You can't be doing this and don't have time. If you have to rush back and go home and think that you chill out, the next time we'll do it. Next time Raj have a program and he's doing it, we'll do it. It might take the whole 3 hours, you know. It doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter. What you're doing here is you're relaxing your partner, you're making her feel good, you're showing her appreciation. So it does not matter.
No, time. It's like going to Las Vegas, no clocks.
So your next piece of material should be natural material. Something natural, not synthetic.
Okay.
Cotton is always natural. Linen is always natural. So you use that. And with this, you go back into the rubbing motion. Not like if you're sanding, but straight up and down, stroking up and down, long strokes and shallow strokes. But this time you're applying a little more pressure.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Or you just give your hand a little more weight.
A little more weight. You put a little more pressure with your hand.
Yeah.
And when you reach the buttocks now, you are actually brushing the buttocks with a little more pressure. Because it's sensual. You want to wake up the senses.
Yeah.
Now, you know a woman erogenous zone is behind her neck. So that's where you put in some pressure. It's her lower back, her buttocks, behind the legs, behind the knees, and of course behind the calves. And when you reach down to the feet now, you spend a little time on the foot itself. And there's an area right underneath the heel, between the heel and the arch, that you make sure you apply a little pressure sideways across. I'll tell you why in a while. Sideways, like this, across, up and across. And then you go to the toes and you massage right underneath the toes. And all of a sudden you'll see the toes collapsing and the feet relaxing. And
So,
she is
that
almost to the point of falling asleep. So when she has reached that point, what do? Now you get the silk cloth. Silk is very important. Raw silk or silk. And you're taking the silk cloth now and you're using a kneading motion.
On the back?
On the back.
Okay. Yeah.
On the back. Waves of kneading motion. Not too much pressure. But of course, the pressure that you apply will determine the type of massage that the person is getting. A very deep amount or a heavy amount of pressure gives you a deep tissue massage, which is not sensual. Too light, you're tickling the person or you're feeling up the person. You're not feeling up either. It must be just right for your partner's body weight. She might be 160 pounds or your partner might be 110 pounds. You got to know. You don't want to put too much pressure where it's hurting her either. And you do that until you reach the buttocks. And that's when you take the cloth and now you're moving it in a circular motion on the buttocks. You're feeling up the buttocks now.
With the cloth?
With the cloth. Between your hands and her must be that cloth.
Okay.
And the rest of her body, lower part of her body, very same thing. You feel her up with the cloth. So you're using the cloth to feel her, but with a little pressure. You're applying pressure so she feels it.
Yeah, not too much, not too...
Not too much. When you come up to the vagina, you make sure that cloth, which is silk, passes on the lips of the vagina, across the clitoris, the perineum, the anus, and that cleft in her buttocks. You make sure of that. By now she'll be wet. By now she's wet. So the cloth is going to get down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The cloth is going to get down.
Yeah, because all the motions that you went through prior.
And now you move to the head of the table or the head of the bed, which is what you want. You want to make sure you're standing in a way that her head is at your stomach level or your pelvic area, and you are able to generate enough force to give a massage. Now you take some oil, you pour it into your hands, not on the person. I dislike when people pour oil on a person. It's unprofessional. It's not the right way to give a massage. You're supposed to pour the oil on your hands. Make sure the oil is warm by doing this. Rolling it between both palms. Make sure your hands are totally saturated with the oil. Pour back a little more amount, and you take that oil and you apply it to the back, not the entire back. You don't do large areas when you're doing massages. The back is divided into 6 parts. The left upper back, the right upper back, the middle right side, the middle left side, the lower back, left and right. 6 parts. And you take 2 hands and you work the area. But you work the area with the palm of your hand, the heel of your hands, and your fingertips. You should be working it like that. Heel and fingertips. Heel and fingertips. Kneading into the flesh.
Okay, something great.
Kneading into the flesh. So you do 1/6 first, which may be the right side. Then you do the left side. Then you do the shoulders. Then you get back to the head. And you start pushing that pressure that she has at the back of her head, or that discomfort, down to the lower back or the trapezius.
Okay, following you.
You move it to the shoulders now, because you're pushing the negative energy out of the person. And you push that energy down the arms, shoulder and arms. So if you're doing the right shoulder, you do the right arm all the way down to the fingertips. You don't spend too much time on the fingertips yet, but then you go to the lower back and you do the very same thing. The opposite side first and the side next to you. But then what do? You don't just do that because if one side gets a little more than the other, you get jealous, you know. The right side of the back could start a fight with the left side of the back, you know.
And that is something that we
You
won't
don't happening,
No,
you
you
know.
don't. You have to get it
So you
equal.
get to the other side, but when you're getting to the other side, you make sure you maintain contact with the person at all time. Do not remove your hands from the person. When you're pouring oil into your hands, you make sure your hand rests on top of the person.
Okay.
So there's contact at all time. Do not lose contact. You're like contact cement. Stick with it. So you go to the opposite side now. So you are sitting on the right side or standing on the right side. Now you go to the left side of the table and you do the very same thing. You massage the opposite side and then your side. The opposite side and then your side. Do not rub any area for more than 5 strokes. It becomes irritating after 5.
That's good information.
Do not rub, apply pressure, do the same stroke or any part of the body more than 5 times. I hope the ladies feeling this, you know, because I put in some effort into it, you know.
No,
By now the man sweating, you know. A little bit of sweat will come on your forehead. You take you remember the cloth we were talking about?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The hair cloth.
The hair,
You take it and you
stop. Just give a little briefing.
and you put it aside again because you'll be doing it in a while. By now the woman is so relaxed, she's busting some Z's. For sure. She's like, but that's okay. Keep on doing it. Because the body is reacting to what you're doing. She may be sleeping, but the body is going to react to what you're doing. Because remember, it's a sensual, sexual massage. When you get to the buttocks, make sure you add the oil. Try not to get the oil into the crack of the buttocks, because that's where you use your lube. You use the lube on the anus, the perineum, and the vagina, not oil. Oil irritates. Do not use oil as a lubricant to have sex unless it's coconut oil, or scented oils are never to be applied to that area. It could cause burning. Right? So you apply the oil to the left cheek if you're on the right side, or the right cheek if you're on the left side. And you massage the side of the buttocks and you pull everything to the middle of the buttocks, pull everything from the bottom of the buttocks up top. You're massaging against gravity, because that's what you need to do. And you get down into that area and you start to use your thumbs now. Thumbs and the heel of your hand. That's
Thumb's
what you use.
important, right?
Thumb. Make sure you get that into there. And when you get to the side now, you do the inner thigh, the inner part of the leg. You're not touching the vagina, you're not touching the anus, you're not touching the perineum. You're working that area from the gland all the way down to the back of the knee in a Motion like this, waves after wave, one hand over the other. Waves, creating that wave. And when you finish up to the knee, you go to the other side, maintaining contact at all time.
Yeah. Your hands must never leave the body.
Never leave the person's body. Then you take your fingers, the back of your fingers where your nails are, that's the hard part of your fingers, and you drag it along the person from the back of the knees all the way up to the shoulder, across, in a figure 8 motion.
So you cover all, you cover the whole back.
With your tip of your fingers.
Okay.
But the wrong side of your fingers, so you're doing this. By now she's going crazy.
Man.
She's going crazy.
I could imagine the line up outside with
Yeah, boy. Tell the security to let it take a number.
To all the girls. Yeah.
You get to the back of the knees and you massage that area with the heel of your hands. Not too much pressure because glands could hurt. Enough pressure so the person feels the massage and they feel the relaxation of it. You get to the calves, you use your thumb and the inside of your hands to massage that part. And you work your way down to the heel. Slowly, exerting enough pressure. Working the back takes about 45 minutes. The entire back area down to the heel of the person. You get to the heel, you make sure you do it in a cupping motion. Massage it. If the person needs to have a pedicure, you will know. If the person doesn't need to have a pedicure, you will also know.
You will, of course. Yeah.
And of course, you remember that area I told you, just underneath the heel, because the toes are pointed now, and the arch. You make sure now you massage that up and down with your 2 fingers like this. Some women will be coming by now, because that area in a woman's body equates to her vagina.
That's below your, that's below your feet, right?
In a man, it equates to your penis. Different pressure points on your feet equates to different parts of your body. If you want to stimulate the heart, you go at a certain point behind the toes. If you want to stimulate the kidneys, very same thing. If you want to stimulate the vagina, without touching the vagina, you massage that part. And you work your way down to each toe, between the toe, and you do it on the opposite side. So 45 minutes has gone, place is still cool and calm, candles flickering, scented candles, you're getting all the smell. The music is playing, because I sure you just put on one track.
No.
Oh, it's on a loop, or you have, don't put it on a loop either. Make sure you have music. Make sure you have music.
Oh, yeah.
And now that you're done, one of the non-synthetic cloth, you take it and you pass it over the body to get rid of the excess oil. Because there will be patches of excess oil. You make sure you wipe it off. By now she's dripping, so when she turns around, you'll need to wipe her it. But that's why you have the towel underneath.
Oh, yeah, well, that is safeguard.
Right. So, you gently tell her, darling, could you please turn around? She wouldn't want to turn around because she's going to say, oh God, this feeling so good. Leave me, let me sleep now. No, don't. Very gently, you kiss her on the back of her neck, and you say, sweetheart, I need you to turn around. And of course she's going to turn around.
Yeah, because that's an incentive.
Well, yeah, because she feels the kiss.
Yeah.
She feels the kiss. Now this is the beginners, eh? There's an intermediate and there's advanced. I ain't going into the intermediate and the advanced, and I just doing the beginners.
Yeah, we're just touching the
right. So now she turns over.
Yeah.
And you take that very same silk cloth now, because you have only used it at the back. Now you're using it to the front. And you're massaging her with the silk cloth first and foremost. You use it on the stomach, you work your way up towards the breast, pulling up towards the nipple, never down. You don't want to push the breast down. You always bring the breast up towards the person.
Okay. Yeah. Down strokes is out of the question.
Not when it comes to the breast and the buttocks.
Yeah. Okay.
Up. Always up. Standing at the head, you could pull up this way. And of course, you could do the neck. Gently, of course. Don't cause any pain. And the face is done like this. Pitta-patta.
Little tapas.
And you start now. After you have done that and pass that silk cloth across the entire front of her body, you get the honey dust now.
This is the part. This is the
And
part
you
that
take
I'm
the
waiting
honey
for.
dust. Of course, make sure your hands are dry and there's no oil on your hand.
So, you got
So that's where the
to-
cloth comes in. All the different cloth you have had.
Yeah, you use one of those.
You make sure it's properly wiped. You take some honey dust and you apply it to your hands and you make sure it's covered totally, because it's kind of has a little abrasion to it.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
not just pure powdery stuff. It's like powder, but it has a little abrasion.
It reminds me of something that the old man used to use for carnival that you just described.
Right.
Which was on Deltex.
Okay, well, I was not too sure about that. I heard the name already.
Yeah.
Now, honey dust creates a sensation if you sniff it. Honey dust creates a sensation if you lick it. So you could put it onto a person and lick it off for them. It's delicious, it's exciting, and it does stimulate you sexually. So you make sure you put some honey dust right underneath the nostril. She must be smelling the honey dust. That's the first smell that she gets before she gets the scent of the candles and other things.
Oh, so
the honey dust is right here.
So the honey dust is the honey dust is the trump card.
That is the trump card. That is what's going to send her crazy.
The honey dust.
And you apply some of the honey dust on your hands now,
Yeah.
and you start massaging her body, the front with that. You're not using oil in the front. You're massaging.
Yes. Okay.
You're massaging the front of her body. You're massaging each breast. You're massaging her shoulders. You're massaging her arms. You're massaging down to her fingertips. You're applying your honey dust liberally. You're making sure you're stingy.
No.
You're making sure you cover the area, but it mustn't be like if you're going to fry the person, because you're working it into the skin. Front, top, breast, nipple, under the arms, side of the body, stomach area. Never press into the stomach area. You don't want to cause discomfort. What you do is gently rub in a circular motion on the stomach area, around the navel. Now when you get to the mont venus, those of you who don't know what the mont venus is, that's that area just above your vagina. The Bombay, as we call it.
Oh, yeah.
When you get to the Bombay, you make sure that you go across that area and you go down the V to the lips of the vagina, applying your honey dust liberally and making sure you massage it into the skin.
It's more effective when you massage it into the skin, right?
Yes.
It is more effective then,
Yes.
rather than just putting
No,
it.
no, you're not dusting the person with it. You're massaging it into the skin. So she's feeling that sensation. And you do the legs the same way. Inner thigh, outer thigh, straight down the middle of the thigh. The knees are one of the sensual area for a woman. You massage around the knees. You make sure the person is totally satisfied with that massage, because you will see it in their face, you will hear it in their voice. And ladies, please, when your man massages you, make sure you make a little sound so he knows that he's doing a good job.
Yeah, himself, if
Also,
yeah.
Oh God, I feel
himself,
bad.
as a matter of fact, himself, if he haven't really gotten into it at that particular time, but give him some encouragement.
That is the encouragement. Don't lie down there like a stiff log. If you, I find one lying down like a stiff log, tell she leave the studio.
Well, that is
Send in
all right.
another one. Send in another one. She ain't making no song.
No, she no.
So she must be making sounds to encourage her partner.
Yeah.
She must be making sounds when she feel good, so he knows that she's feeling good. And you do the very same thing down the legs, all the way to the feet, and you massage the feet. You walk towards the toes, you press the toes down, you walk between the toes, and remember that magic area underneath the feet. Now, of course, it's your partner, she has showered, she's clean, so you make sure you apply your honey dust on her toes, because that comes in handy later. Right, Andy? Handy later, right, Andy? Hey, excellent. So now, remember that silk cloth. I hope you didn't throw it in the bin.
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't.
Well, you make sure you get the silk cloth now and you're massaging her body with the honey dust, the silk cloth on your hands.
Okay.
But by now you have an erection. Yeah? If you have an erection, something wrong.
If you, no.
Now remember, she's lying on her back. Her palms are facing out to the side of her. She shouldn't have her hands above. She shouldn't have her hands hanging off the bed or the table. It must be to the side. You know what's a nice thing about that? You see when you're giving the massage? And remember I told you to wear a robe? You remember the robe?
Well, of
You have one
course.
at Jockey Shot?
No,
No, you're not supposed to have on a jockey shorts. Because all you do is when... No, you want... If you have on a foot and you don't... You spoil the whole thing. Because while you're giving her massage and her hands are like this on the side of her, you could rest your... on top of her palms of her hands. So she's feeling your scrotum, she's feeling your penis while you're massaging her.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. You have to know the trick of the trade,
but then,
it's a sensual, sexual massage.
Yeah, but then again, you really have to get the correct table.
Correct table.
Yeah,
that's why I tell you adjust your table to suit that. Yeah, or if you're on the bed, you could do the very same way. Make sure your balls and penis is in her hands. Every time you move to each side, it must rest on her hands. So she's actually feeling that. She's feeling the energy from you.
So what you're doing basically is transporting energy from one
transference from one person to the other.
Okay. Yeah.
So your scrotum and your penis is in her hands. She could massage it, she could feel it, she'll feel the heat from it, she'll feel the stiffness, she'll feel everything that you're feeling.
Yeah.
So by now you have an erection. A full-blown sensual erection. So if she's on the table, you make sure that erection or that penis is touching her legs at time. You make sure it's contacting part of her body. So she must feel that penis that is going to be her happiness later on. So it's there all the time. That's why a table is excellent for massaging. Right. So we have reached that part. Now she has honey dust on her. She's sensual. Her nipples are hard. Her nipples will be pointing up,
Yeah, but as soon as
like two eraser, up in the air.
Yeah, as soon as you get the first...
You can poke you in the eye, be careful, Yeah, you have to be careful.
No.
So what do you do next?
I'm going to tell you where she is, but that don't make sense.
No, remember we take off the lights.
Yeah. No, it's speaking of poking in the eyes.
Oh yeah, goggles. That was if your eyes. But giving massage in her goggles, right? Then you come and comedy act, man. She goes start to laugh.
Yeah, because the minute she lifts her head and she watches your
face, she start to giggle. She'll say, no, that's looking too funny.
Okay, well, before we go further, what we're going to do is take a break and we're going to come right back and we're going to open up our lines because we haven't mentioned that for the night as yet.
No, we opening the lines yet?
No. Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay,
when we done the massage, then we'll open up the lines and we'll open up all the ladies' legs.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to open up the lines when we finish the break. Beautiful. Stay tuned, we're coming right back.
Start your weekends with Sir Charles and Calypso Classics. Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. Calypso Classics. Enjoy classics from all the ways of Calypso, Sparrow, Stallion, Kitchen, Mother, Shadow, Calypso Rose, and many more Calypso Classics with Sir Charles.
Yeah, it's time for a good time.
There you go.
No.
All the Calypso ways, Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. and only on Power 102. The power of Calypso.
The power of Calypso.
Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one. We're one people, one nation, and all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Let's do this with Cheryl Wilson on Power 102, empowering you. The Reggae Ride, each and every Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102.
Old people say, run down bus, I no run down
The Reggae Ride, with the Empress, Kaylan, and the ultimate DJ Shane.
True and good music.
Join us for some soothing reggae music on a Saturday.
Real reggae music.
The Reggae Ride. From the old to the new, we play only the best. The Reggae Ride, Saturdays from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102, empowering you. News Power 102 FM continues our groundbreaking series In Focus, where we examine the burning issues facing TNT. In focus, all day this coming Wednesday, 4th July. TNT's anti-gang legislation. What do the new amendments mean? How effective will it be? And is the TTPS equipped and ready? News Power 102 in focus this Wednesday. Anti-Gang 2018. Join our specially invited guests, Government Minister Fitzgerald Hines and Opposition Senator Gerald Brandine on the Power Breakfast Show. Inspector Michael Seals, Defense Attorney Fareed Ali, former Minister of National Security Gary Griffith, and more. News Power in focus. Anti-Gang Legislation 2018. Only on News Power 102. Empowering you.
Every detail checked.
My favorite thing was the bumper boats.
Every ride prepared.
My favorite thing was the hood slide.
Every game ready. And the artist you love.
My favorite thing was being on stage and meeting Nyla Blackman.
Sunday, 22nd July, at the Center of Excellence, Makoya. The Sunshine Cereals. Summer Kids Jamboree. With all the attractions you remember and the artists to make you jump. Kids are $80, adults $120, and children under 2 years old enter free. Tickets are out, so get them now at Francis Fashion Shoe Locker, corner Queen and Henry Street, Port of Spain, Twin City Mall, Tunapuna and Arima, Larry's Fashion, Chiguanas, Burger King, Curab, Fats International, Arima and Twin City Mall, and at Boom 94's offices, 88 to 90 Abercrombie Street, Port of Spain.
The Sunshine Cereals, Summer Kids Jamboree.
The most fun you've ever had before awaits. Sunday, 22nd July, at the Center of Excellence, Makoya. The Sunshine Cereals. Summer Kids Jamboree. Sponsored by V8,
Juicy, Blue Waters and Blue Waters Cran, Little Caesars Pizza,
Juicy.
Burger King,
and Teardrops.
Juicy boy?
Saturdays
A
on
juicy
Power
boy?
102
Cannon,
FM.
Captain Cannon, that's Cannon.
Cannings used to make juicy, but that's split with pep. With that other soft drink, RC Cola.
Oh,
Solo.
Sergio,
Yeah.
Chris, DJ Maggie, Gayland, and the ultimate DJ Shane.
This is Capri, and you're listening to Power 102.
All inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM. The power of music.
I find they have a lot of programs dealing with not what we do, but a little lighter coming on the street. So that's why we have to kind of, you know me, I like competition, we have to tighten up.
Sexplosion is on Power 102. And now on new days and at new times. The country's
They always
most
say, you know,
informative
they always
sex
say
education
competition
program,
good for you,
Sexplosion,
it is
is
BQ.
on every Thursday.
Get on your
from
P's
7
and Q's.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Fridays from
because when
9
you're on top, you
to
take it for
midnight
granted.
with Dr. Raj ran the
But you always have somebody trying to catch you below it.
Caribbean.
Always.
We think that sex is totally below the waist. It is not below the waist. It starts in the brain. Your largest sex organ that you possess is your brain.
Tune in for discussion on all sexual matters. Sexplosion on Power 102. Empowering you.
Well, I can tell you that you are making radio an experience by itself when you are listening to Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj and our total image and the Adult Therapy Center in Augustine, where he do treats on sexual dysfunctions. Taking the time to 19 minutes after 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Now remember, Savitri is getting a massage from you, eh?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Don't forget that,
No,
yeah.
no, you forget. Have on the clothes.
You have everything there?
Yeah, some of them damp already.
Oh, things heating up.
Yeah, she's sweating.
Using the rag to mop up the brow, one thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now remember, the person is covered, your partner is covered in the honey dust.
Yeah, right.
So what do you do now? What's the benefit of the honey dust to you?
Well, bring up the excitement more, a little more.
That's to her.
Yeah, to her, yeah.
To you.
When you're standing tall.
Remember, it is a sensual sexual massage. This is where your oral skills come in.
Oh,
so you start
okay.
kissing her on her neck.
She's around that time now.
So you start licking it off her body. You work your way down between the breasts, under the breasts, up towards each nipple, because remember the nipples are erect now. You flick your tongue on the nipples, you taste the honey dust, you make sure you're getting the honey dust taste, so you want more. It's addictive, you know, honey dust is addictive.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, when you buy the tin of honey dust, you get feathers with it. And the feathers is made into a duster. and you take that dust and you pass it on to the person.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you dust it on with the person, onto the person, and then you massage. But you're not doing that now using your tongue. And when you have done with the breast area, you work your way down towards her stomach, around the belly button. You don't go to the side because you don't want to tickle the person.
No. You don't want to.
You get to the Mount Venus, you don't lick by the Mount Venus, you kiss. Deep, dark kisses like.
Wow.
You make sure you get that sound coming so she knows she's being kissed down there.
Not smack.
Smack, it's like.
Yeah.
But with a sucking motion, so you create that suction.
Yeah.
Of course, you're tasting the honey dust. And you work your way down to the. No, you go down the leg.
Oh, yes.
You leave the vagina alone. She wants you to go there. She might be holding your head and directing you towards that. But you bypass the vagina.
That is to kind of extend the excitement.
You go down the legs, kissing and licking the inner thighs, kissing and licking around the knee, down the calf, right side, left side of the calf, the shin bone, down towards her feet, lifting each foot and sucking on the toes.
Okay, that sounds good.
Working your tongue between the toes.
Between the toes as well?
Of course.
So
You're giving her a sensual, sexual massage. This is your woman.
Yeah.
This is your woman that you're taking care of. You're trying your best to make her feel every sensation possible in sex.
Yeah.
You suck each toe, you kiss under her feet, you lick. And if you're lucky enough to be somebody like me, you make sure you pass your bald head on it.
Hey, yeah. No, and as a matter of fact, if you did that,
If the fellas with hair now, they're catching a royal dead.
No,
they have nothing to give that abrasion under the feet.
In your position where you're rubbing that bald head.
Well, you know, after that, she love it your bald head, you know.
Oh, yeah, we'll have them balding.
Right. And if you have a nice beard, you rub the beard on her.
No, well,
You're using your body parts, you know. It's sensual.
Well, I know for
sexual massage. You run your beard, your goatee,
no, well, the beard,
up
yes.
the leg,
well, I can, because
the side.
I know the beard.
You're
is
feeling
up,
sharp with your beard, your face, and your head. She getting 3 different sensations there, you know.
Yeah.
Plus your mouth and your tongue.
So you're getting a +5.
So by now she leaking like a faucet. I wonder if I go to call her name there. Well, let me do that.
No, don't call no name.
No. I know she listening. WP, right?
WP, yeah. Woman Police Council.
I didn't say WPC. I said WP.
WP, okay.
Isn't that so?
Yeah.
The real people are calling out there. In code.
I could imagine how many people,
well,
ladies listening.
I see you get rid of that woman and you have Savitri here.
Savitri.
But Savitri daughter also wants to get pattern massage. That's AA. So we have to have AA there too.
Yes, well, yeah.
So Savitri and AA.
Savitri and AA. And getting the best.
Here's like you have about 10 hands.
Yeah, you're getting the best.
And mouth and... So you're working your way up.
Yeah.
And you work your way back up to the Mount Venus, where you'll be kissing again. You open the legs wide and you kiss between the vagina, the lips of the vagina, and the inner thigh. By now she's begging you to put your tongue on the vagina. Is she begging you to do that by now? You're doing something wrong, brother.
But you're saving the best for last.
For very last. Now you remember I tell you, we're using honey dust to the front, so you put in no oil, there's no stickiness, there's no dampness, there's no icky feeling, there's only sensation. Her skin has come alive. Her body has come alive with this massage. This is not tantra, this is nothing like that. This is just becoming alive with a sensual, sexual massage.
That's it, yeah.
And the number one thing in a sensual, sexual massage is your oral skills. How you could suck the vagina. You make sure you put your mouth on that vagina in a way that she will never experience again in her life. When you're done with that vagina, she only wants your mouth down there now.
So you have to
she don't care if you have a penis or not.
So you know what you have. You know what you have to do, and you have to do what you.
You
have
lick
to
the lips of the vagina. You open that slit. You lick the inside of the slit. You lick the perineum. If you're brave enough, you lick the anus. If you're not brave enough, leave it alone. If you want you to do it, make sure you do it. Because if you do it, somebody else go do it. So make sure you do it.
So in other words, what you have to do is to give a full satisfaction.
Full satisfaction. Work your tongue inside of the vagina. Make sure you get your tongue around that wetness. Make sure you taste the wetness. Make sure you flick your tongue inside of the vagina.
Well, by that time, hell breaks loose.
Not yet. Because you had touched the clitoris yet.
Okay. Oh, you see that for okay.
You had touched the clitoris yet, brother man.
Okay.
By now she clitoris poking out, coming out, want attention, begging for attention, and you flick your tongue over it. You lick up, and you lick with the back of your tongue down.
Lick up,
with up,
you're right, yeah,
and back of your tongue.
Oh, okay, okay.
It takes some practice.
Yeah, but the most
and
important
then
thing is
you create that motion with your mouth like this, and you stick it on the vagina. Don't just lick the vagina. I mean, not the vagina, the clitoris. You stick it on the clitoris, it must go in your mouth. And you start to flick that clitoris with your tongue. Up, down, left, right, and in circles.
something twist. I can just picture that.
Because now she's going to open her legs, she's going to wrap her legs behind your back, she's going to pull your head in, she's going to tell you, don't leave it alone, make sure you bring that to satisfaction.
Yeah, but you got to be careful because by those legs going around your neck, I mean, when you think you're coming, you get
well, remember you have to learn to breathe through your ears, because you don't want to come up for breath either.
No.
Well, of course, we can't literally breathe through our ears, but there's a technique
that you have full control.
Full control. And you are sucking on that clitoris and you're making that up and down movement as though you're having sex with the clitoris. Remember, the clitoris is a miniature penis, you know, with more nerve endings than the head of your penis.
More nerve endings?
More nerve endings. More.
Double
A amount.
I would have never.
And now you are going up and down, you're flicking your tongue around it, and she's coming like crazy. If she had never experienced an orgasm, she's going to have one. You can take your finger now, but make sure it's clean, make sure there's no honey dust, because you don't want honey dust going into the vagina. You put it into the vagina, and the reason for that is you don't want to change the pH while you're having, because it's sweet. Honey dust is sweet. Honey dust actually comes from the honeybee. And you put that into the vagina and you play with the G-spot while sucking on the clit. Like that, like this, while you're sucking on the clit.
I could vision. You're okay. Yeah.
Her hips are going to be off the table or off the bed. She's going to be off the bed.
Well, after going through those motions, I was even thinking before that.
No. Now she's going to be totally off the bed. She's going to be on her shoulders. It's going to be in your mouth. And she'll be wet like hell. And that's where you use your tongue to scoop up all that wetness from her vagina and taste it. You scoop it all the way from the buttocks all the way up to the clitoris. That's what a sensual massage, sexual massage is about. Well, of course, if it is your wife, if it is your lover, if it is your partner, you could penetrate now. But you save your penetration for as long as you can. Don't rush the brush.
Yeah, but
and when you penetrate, don't start going up and down. Penetrate all the way in and keep the penis in the vagina. She will come with that alone. She will come with that feeling of the penis in the vagina without you going up and down.
Wow. That is what you call sensual. That's a massage.
So she should be leaking by now. If you have entered her, your scrotum is going to be wet. Your upper body is going to be wet. If she's a squirter, you're going to feel that hot liquid hitting you all on your chest. A woman ever squirt and hit you under your chest? Under your chin?
I've never been in my whole lifetime.
It's the sweetest sensation ever. The sweetest sensation you could ever feel is a woman squirting and it's running up your stomach, up your chest.
Okay. Maybe that is something I can look forward to.
Let's find out if Savitri can do that. Let's find out if Savitri can do that, because Savitri says she wants you to do it.
She does. Okay.
But you're not done yet, you know. This is a sensual, sexual... Were you done?
No, wait. After this, we have another level to go on. Bring it on.
When you have penetrated, make sure you kiss that person and suck their tongue. Make sure you suck on their tongue. They're going to have a tongue orgasm. They are going to have an orgasm based on you sucking on their tongue.
After all that?
The woman who are accustomed having one orgasm will have multiple orgasms. The woman who is accustomed to having multiple orgasms is going to gush like hell. She's going to be leaking like a faucet. She's going to be leaking white, not clear, white substances out of her vagina. It's going to be coming out like that. That's why you don't go the up and down movement, because your penis could slip out very easily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I can,
It will slip out very, very easily. So you jam that penis all the way inside and you trub it inside her. Chump it inside her.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't come out at all. You don't
You keep it grinding inside. You grind it.
You don't try to be a hero.
No. You ain't going to no long stroke and thing. No, this is not the time for that.
No.
There are other times that you could do that. This is not the time for stroking. This is the time to put that penis in the vagina and move it around like that. Flick your waist. For those guys who could put a towel on their penis and jump it, go ahead and do that. That's what you're doing. You're bringing that person to the height of sexual pleasure.
Beautiful.
And the sucking on the tongue is the creme de la creme.
So
she is going to, because remember, there's a direct connection between the nipples and the clitoris when you were working on the nipples.
Yeah.
There are some women who will still want that sensation of you sucking on their nipples. But the minute you start to suck on that tongue, she's going to go crazy. Let me take a break.
That's a bonus.
Let me take a break.
Thought you did. Anyway, folks, taking your time, 29 minutes before 11 o'clock. Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. And before we go to the break, just to remind you that this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance, therefore advised. Sexplosion on Power 102 FM. Get it to the right time.
Start your weekends.
You know women coming right now? You know any women coming right now?
What?
Yeah, one of them said a message, I'm leaking. The other one say, my God, I can't believe I'm so wet. Dr. Raj, could you do that to me? Okay, all right.
More than.
I need my man to do that. I wish he was listening.
But we give them warning before.
I tell him, make sure your partner is
Make sure your
listening.
partner is so.
Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one.
GIS, the line is very long. I have a few requests for the massage.
Let's do this with
Ooh, well, GIS, all I can tell you in front of the line.
Each and every Saturday from 6
I love to do that
massage.
That massage. I don't do it often. When I was in university, my girlfriend and I, we used to do that, and we perfected that.
Now, but what you just described there, before they go on the third level.
She used to, if she doing that to a woman and she slip her finger into the person, that was it. Randy said there's going to be a lot of smiling women tomorrow. I think so. A lot of sexually satisfied women.
You know what? Women glad their boyfriend going home.
Saturdays from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102, empowering you. All inclusive Saturdays on Power 102.
And the reason I call Andy name, Andy does do that massage. Yeah.
Best music and personality.
When him and I do a massage on somebody, they dead it.
What one time?
Sir Charles, Chris.
I could imagine. You're not telling me. I could just imagine.
You're listening to Power 102.
I could just imagine. You know who look like they're real good for themselves? The one who just come with you all the time.
Who always want to do you?
Yeah, she is something else.
On a Saturday on Power 102.
She's a trip.
Empowering you. Sexplosion is on Power 102. And now on new days and at new times, the country's most informative sex education program, Sexplosion, is on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Fridays from 9 p.m. to midnight with Dr. Raj, the guru of sex in the Caribbean.
A lot of times we think that sex is totally below the waist. It is not below the waist. It starts in the brain. The largest sex organ that you possess is your brain.
Tune in for discussion on all sexual matters. Sexplosion on Power 102. Empowering you.
Well, taking our time, it's now 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. Sexplosion when it comes to sex education right here on Power 102.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. It's in Augustine. Hi, family. Like somebody happy, I can see this man. I'm not happy.
I must say I appreciate the comments.
Yeah.
I really do. But there's just so much of that I do, you know. No, I that is my specialty. It's something that I learned when I was in university. But I don't do it often.
You don't?
And there's a reason for that. You expend a lot of energy doing it. A lot. As a matter of fact, when you're done, you're tired.
Yeah, because judging from what you explained,
you are physically, mentally, spiritually, sexually tired.
Because of the different levels to it.
You take in different levels. You're going and you're going to those levels and dropping back down and going again and dropping back down.
Yeah.
Every break you take, every time you pick up a new cloth, every time you do something like that, you're taking yourself into different levels.
Okay, but tell you what we are.
Now we could open the lines. Of course, those who want that type of massage, they could call Total Image.
You can, yeah.
They can call Total Image. We have girls who just do it. They're not to that extent.
They open now, I could call now?
Yeah, they open until 11.
11 o'clock.
So they can call Total Image at 645-9829 and make an appointment to get one.
Interesting. Anyway, folks, taking our time, 24 minutes before 11 o'clock, Explosion on Power 102.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Well, here's where we give you the opportunity to interact with Dr. Raj. You know, sometimes you might have something on your mind that is sexual, that is bothering you. And hey, look, you need a forum for it. This is the place. Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM. 222-8255. Also at 612-8255. Now, for those of you who would love to send Dr. Raj a WhatsApp message or a text message, you can also do that on his private mobile, 740-1961. You can also send in your messages on our website at Power 102 FM.
You know, I actually felt as though I did the massage.
You get that.
I got that feeling that I get when I do the massage.
No, well, sometimes, I don't know, I could be
It's not a tired feeling, you know, it's an energizing kind of feeling.
Because when you're explaining something like that, then you're going to come back. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening. Hi, good evening. Hello? I think we have some problem.
Again, echo.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I like to go what you call that massage.
I don't discuss course on a radio program. Call Total Image and they'll give you information. Okay, this is not the place for that.
No. Yeah.
If you call them now, they'll give you a prize.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for calling in. You see now, look at that. You just gave an explanation of how you get a beautiful massage. Look, you have people interested already. And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure offline.
Now, of course, if it's one of the masseuses, it will be one price. If you want me to do it, it's a totally different price.
Yeah. It's like you're getting the original.
Oh yeah. I don't teach everything I know, and the reason I don't do that is a lot of people, they come and they learn and they want to go and do their own thing. So I don't ever teach everything I know.
You must keep a little thing in your back pocket.
Not a little thing, I keep half. No, I keep half. I keep in everything. I make sure of that because there are too many dishonest people out there.
Yeah. And there's a lot of copycats as well.
Oh yeah.
We know that for
I patent my thing and I have it, and I don't ever teach anyone everything. When I do instructional class, that's why I tell you, there's basic, which I just described, there's intermediate, and there's advanced. When I do that, I incorporate some basic, some intermediate, and a lot of advanced.
Oh, so you get a little bit of everything.
What I described there is only basic.
Only basic.
Strictly basic. I didn't go to any of the intermediate stage. And for those who just do sensual sexual massage will know that. There are guys out there who are listening right now who do the same thing. They know that.
Okay.
You don't talk about the intermediate.
No.
The intermediate you give.
Yeah.
And the advanced you give away that one person.
Yeah. No, well, I can see where you're coming from as far as where that is concerned.
So there's plenty more to it. No, there's plenty more to it.
Okay, well, what we are going to do is go back to the lines. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Junior.
Your family.
Yes, I was paying attention to the massage, and there's something you mentioned about, Dr. mentioned about the heart, the certain areas you can touch could affect the heart, the kidney, or the organ.
Not affect. Affect is the wrong word. Affect is the wrong word. Stimulate is the right word.
Stimulate. Oh,
yes.
Sorry, stimulate, yeah.
Yes.
So if a person suffers with a heart condition like blockage or thing, all it do is stimulate.
It stimulates the area. It causes a relaxation of the area. That's why when you go for acupuncture and those things, they go to those areas. Anybody who does a good foot massage will know that if they're massaging that part of the body, it equates to the heart, it equates to the kidney, it equates to the liver, it helps in detoxification, it helps persons who have a heart condition and whatnot. Of course.
Mine is blockage in the heart, yeah. Blockage, yeah.
So it helps the person. It's not going to remove the blockage, eh? So though I'm not saying it's going to remove any blockage, you know, but it helps you with massaging that particular area. Yeah, well, if you know reflexology, you'll know those things.
Yeah.
Reflexology teaches you that. That's why it's an ancient Chinese art. Yeah. So you're touching different parts of the sole of the feet that equates to certain part of the body that causes a massaging effect on that organ of the body. All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, well, you're welcome.
But since it's sensual and sexual, you want to interfere with the...
What's that?
If it's sensual and sexual, you want to interfere with the vagina. The area that equates to the vagina.
That's the alternate goal, right? Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
Gentlemen,
Hey.
Good evening.
Family, what's happening?
Sexual ideas exchange.
Well, education is to be shared.
That's right, my boy. That's right. That's here not taking notes, you know.
That's what you're supposed to do, my friend, but I hope you take the notes and put it into practice. Uh-huh. All right, partner. I haven't seen you for a long time, so I hope you come and check me.
What's that? Yes, definitely. Okay, family.
Take care, brother.
That's a good guy.
Warren is in the house.
Warren is in the house. 16 minutes before 11 o'clock. Sexplosion. Nobody does better what we do best. Taking sex education to a whole new level. Thursday and Friday, right here on Power 102.1 FM. On a Thursday from 7 until 11 o'clock, right? And on a Friday from 9 until 12 midnight.
And for some of the lucky guys there, they could get that massage, that sensual sexual massage from one of the angels.
Oh, hey.
If they play the card right.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, now, what more can you ask of from Sexplosion?
Somebody said they see me live in the studio. You're supposed to.
Yeah. You see us?
You're supposed to.
Yeah. On
Nobody. He said, I've seen you all live in the studio. Yes.
On
You
our-
are supposed to.
On our app is radio, you can watch.
It's radio you can watch. That's why we have an app for that, and we have also www.power102fm.com.
Yeah. So you can hit us both
So
ways.
you're already telling us what we already know, what we've been giving the public.
Yeah. If that person want to jump through.
Maybe next week we could actually do a massage.
That's
I'll bring one at the table if we have a volunteer come in for the massage.
That's a good
Any of the ladies out there want to come for a massage live on radio?
I wonder.
I don't know. I'm asking.
No, they have some, they have some women.
They'll get a massage from me and one of the angels. I can guarantee you that. It will not be I doing it alone or the angel doing it alone. It will be from two persons. But they must be willing to go live on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. So that persons can see them getting the massage.
Yeah, because the most important thing is when you describe something to someone,
And you do the instructions live.
it's good to
the
demonstrate.
demonstration live.
That's the most important thing.
You know, seeing is believing.
That's
And
correct.
feeling is even better.
Anyway, folks, Explosion on Power, the 2.1 FM with Dr. Raj Ramdanan, your host. 222-8255, also at 612-8255. You can also send in your text messages and your WhatsApp messages on his private mobile 740-1961. This program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are therefore advised. Sexplosion on Power 102 FM. Yeah.
Gia knows me so well. She said when my checklist is ticked off, well, then you have to wait a long time, you.
What checklist?
My checklist.
Oh, your checklist.
When my checklist is ticked off, then she'll take her massage. You might get a massage next year.
Okay.
I think she'll get that next year.
She don't want a rookie?
Well, she said she wanted it from me.
Oh, she wants it from you.
Yeah.
No, but then,
She have no idea how many persons have requested that of me tonight.
yeah, but she have to stand in line as a matter of fact.
No, well, she don't have to stand in line because she was up at in the top 5.
Oh, she made it top
But
5.
she put herself down the list.
How come, man?
I don't know why.
How that came about?
I don't know.
Well, the only thing I could think of is that you might have gotten so many requests that her name dropped.
No.
That didn't happen.
Listen to what she says.
Yeah.
Sure, when your checklist is ticked off, she says she could make it up to 3 years.
She doing time.
She in jail.
You doing time, sweetheart?
I feel she in jail, and when she come out of jail, then she go take it.
Yeah, you doing, yeah.
It has to be that. It can't be anything else.
Well, I can tell you that nothing brings people closer to their radio than Power 2.1 FM. We are your #1 fan. You are listening to Sexplosion with Dr. Raj Ramdanan. And for those of you who would love to interact with him via the telephone, I know a lot of you have questions about this sensual massage. If you need to find out any more about it, feel free, you can give him a call right now in studio at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Yeah.
She said to tell Junior patient is a verse.
Yes, that's a fact. So waiting.
So she waiting.
She waiting.
She waiting.
No, patience is good.
But if I know her well enough, she's not going to wait 3 years.
No, she's not. No, 2.5.
Nah. Before the end of the year.
Before the end of the year. No, but I'll tell you something. You know, when you have to wait for something that you look forward to getting, even though it takes a little while, even though you're going to enjoy it, but you enjoy it a little more.
Yeah, but 3 years down the line, I may not want to be giving it. I might be exhausted.
3 years down the road. I mean, that is a serious.
I just only have to make a joke with my wife and say, so you're taking an SS tonight? She doesn't say a word, you know. She assumes the position. she scrambles. She literally scrambles and assumes the position.
SS.
Yeah. Well, sensual sexual massage, SS. So for them, I tell her, you can do it at SS tonight. I tell her, I've seen her right now. That's all she does. She just assumes the position.
I tell you. Anyway, folks, taking our time 11 minutes before 11 o'clock. Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM. And for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, Sexplosion feature here on Power 2.1 FM on a Thursday between 7 and 11 o'clock. Then we are back here on a Friday evening between 9 and 12 midnight. With your host, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center outlets in Investing. Yeah.
Eating plenty what? Good night, Dr. Raj. Eating plenty get man an erection? Oh, plenty pepper? No, that's not true. No. No.
What he's trying to say?
Well, he says eating plenty pepper. She says teacher for Friday. She coming for the massage.
Okay. Friday?
You know, she will come down, you know.
Uh-huh. You serious?
Yeah.
Okay. So come on,
We'll dim the lights inside here.
Oh, yeah. Make it kind of romantic.
We'll have to get all the implements. I'll have to bring all the implements.
Yeah, and you have to bring
with the massage table and everything.
And the most important thing that...
And the oil and the honey dust.
I'm not going to tell you.
And the candles.
The honey dust is the most important. Because judging from what you're telling me, this honey dust, this works miracles.
It doesn't work miracles, really.
No, when I say miracles,
it is a very sensual product that brings out the best in you sexually. By smelling it, sniffing it, tasting it, licking it, kissing it.
It's an all-rounder then?
Yeah.
A little bit of everything. Well, that's good. So what we are going to do at 9 minutes before 11 o'clock, we're going to take a break and tell you what, we're going to come right back at you right here on Power 102 FM. Stay tuned.
Start your weekends with Sir Charles and Calypso Classics. Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. Calypso Classics. Enjoy classics from all
it's like really, it's like going back in our days within a book.
Calypso Rose, and many more Calypso
You really
classics with Sir Charles.
But a sensual sexual massage doesn't have a time limit.
No. Calypso.
That's why it's an expensive massage.
We're ready, standing united and moving forward as one.
So you could go from maybe...
You could take that same massage and stretch it for 3 hours.
Yeah?
Let's do this.
But you're going to be really, really tired after 3 hours.
Yeah, but apart from that...
You could do it as quickly as 55 minutes.
Yeah, I can't see a man getting a massage and go for 3 hours. He had to be a real stalwart.
So that's what I'm telling you.
He had to be a real stalwart.
You could make it stretch for as long as you could.
Yeah. But you know, for a fact, that nobody basically is going. Nobody's going. I wouldn't even say. I would put my head on a block, not even an hour and a half. Before an hour and a half, your party done. Sure, especially if the person who is giving it know what they're doing.
To the news, we play only the best. The Reggae Ride, Saturdays from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102, empowering you. All-inclusive Saturdays on Power 102 FM.
Yo, this is Marshall Montana on Power 102 FM.
With the best music and personalities to power your day, all day on a Saturday.
I tell you, I just only have to mention that and she just be scrambling and assume a position. You know. Sometimes she's been taking off her negligee and I say, I might walk. Don't rush my walk. Don't rush my job, darling. She said, no, forget all that.
All-inclusive Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. all day on a Saturday on Power 102. Empowering you. News Power 102 FM continues our groundbreaking series In Focus, where we examine the burning issues facing TNT. In Focus, all day this coming Wednesday,
She was married?
TNT's anti-gang legislation.
Husband was there?
To the new
Yeah.
amendments
You have children?
how effective
Yeah.
will be. And is the
Let me tell you,
TTPS
her mother
equipped
died
and ready? News Power
from the
102
medical
In Focus
center.
this Wednesday.
Her brother died.
At medical center?
Join our
Same
special
medical
invited
center.
guests, Government Minister Fitzgerald Hines and Opposition
3 persons from the same family died at the medical center
Inspector Mike
undergoing operation.
Defense Attorney Fareed
But you know how, I explained to you how she passed away. right?
Yeah.
and more. News Power in Focus.
You kidding me?
Legislation 2018. Only.
Well, they couldn't, with the brother, they didn't have the, he was in an
Sexplosion
accident.
is on Power 102. And now on new days and at new times.
Yeah.
The country's most informative sex education program, Sexplosion, is on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. And
Well, nobody from that family going to a medical place again.
That done. But the killer don't know the old family. Oh, yeah, I know what, yeah.
Totally below the waist. It is not below the waist. It starts in the brain. Your largest sex organ that you possess is your brain.
Tune in for discussion on all sexual matters. Sexplosion on Power 102. Empowering you.
Well, I can tell you that when it comes to nighttime radio, we are always one step ahead with a beautiful blend. You are listening to Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center in St. Augustine. Now, folks, don't forget our lines are open here. Feel free if you would love to interact with Dr. Raj. 2228255. Also at 6128255. For those of you sending in your WhatsApp messages and your text messages, you can also do that on his private mobile 740-1961, and you can also send in your messages on our website at Power 102 FM.
So I'll give you some hints of what a person should do. Invest a little money, everything costs money, on some magic dust called honey dust. Massage lotion. You have different type of massage lotion or oil. You have the warming one, you have the regular one, you have the massage oil, you have the scented massage oil where you don't need to add anything to it. You can mix your own batch of oil if you get the base oil. You must have proper base oil. Lube. Different pieces of cloth. A hand towel is good. A rag, piece of cotton, piece of polyester, nice sexy lingerie or two, and silk. You must have silk.
A piece of silk is
very, very important. Silk is very important.
I can just imagine that silk going over the honey dust. I can, you know,
it is just
I can
sublime.
Just imagine, as a matter of fact, the sensation.
The sensation that you get. Correct. Scented candles, incense, nice music.
The music plays an important part.
Music always plays an important part.
That's an important
And atmosphere. Create the atmosphere, and believe me, your marriage is going to be 100 times better. Your partner is going to love you more. She is going to look forward to that. Don't do it too often. Don't do it too often. Because then it loses its essence. And it must be it must be just something that just comes about. Do not plan that we're going to do it so and so day and whatnot, and it fall through, because the person is going to be really disappointed. Create the atmosphere for it. Make it happen around a particular time. It doesn't have to be in the night time. It could be during the day. Rain is falling outside. The place cool and nice. You could do it.
But I can just imagine if rain falling.
Especially if you have a galvanized roof.
Oh gosh, you know, ping, 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 ping.
That sound.
It gives you
There
a
is
complete...
nothing more soothing than the sound of rain on a galvanized.
No. It gives you a feeling there, boy.
You can't pay for that.
No, that is special.
That shower hitting that galvanized at full blast. And you hearing that. And better yet if you're getting some bouchar. You know what's the bouchar?
No.
If you're getting a little spray from the rain. Oh.
Well, it all depends. It all depends on where you are, because I mean, not meaning anything. If you are in a romantic position, you wouldn't really want. You would love the sound of the rain, but
You never made love in the rain?
No. It's a different feeling altogether.
Oh, totally.
Ah.
You ever made love outdoor? Rain falling, the place white with rain, hitting the galvanized roof because you're under a shed and you're making love?
No, never had it. I can just visualize.
Try it.
Mm-hmm.
You would like it. And when you like it, you'll buy it.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing more sensual than that.
Making love under
A galvanized roof. So you have, let's say you have a piece of land and you have a shed in the land.
Yeah.
And you and your lover there. You're making love, kissing, touching, feeling up, whatever. And rain start to fall real hard. So in the forest or in the bush, it does get white. And you're hearing this rain hitting.
Well, I can just imagine. I can just imagine the feeling that would come over you.
And that little bow child coming in inside the shed. God make me remember a particular time.
Strip dry.
Well, you're stripping naked, you know.
Yeah.
And you and your partner in the bush there, and that rain hitting that roof, and that mist is blowing into where you are. You need no candle. This is no time for them taking it. This is rough and tough sex, you know. This is roughing it in the wild sex.
This is doing it before the rain stops.
Well, you don't want the rain to
No,
stop.
that's how they're doing it, getting it done.
You don't want that rain to stop. And better yet, when you reach your climax and you could hug up that person.
I tell you. Anyway, folks, taking your time, it's 11 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. You are listening to Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM, taking sex education to a whole new level with your host, Dr. Raj Randanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center in St. Augustine. Folks, our lines are open. For those of you who might have questions dealing with sex education, feel free. 222-8255, also at 612-8255. You can also send in the messages on Power 102 FM. And just to remind you once again, due to the mature subject of this program, parental guidance are therefore advised. Yeah.
Don't use olive oil or coconut oil as your base oil. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but you know
your base
something?
oil must have no scent.
Yeah, but you know something? If you care for someone and you're getting into a romantic feeling, you want to get the best. I cannot see someone, you care for somebody and you really want to make love to them, and you use them stuff like oil. Go to an adult store.
Buy
something that...
Buy a good massage oil. That is a good base oil.
Yeah.
Because it already have everything in it. From that you could add the different ingredients in, like jasmine. Most comes with a scent, like for example peaches and cream, or strawberry, or chocolate,
fruit flavored,
right? Fruit flavored, or something like that. But it has the base oil in it. For you to up it or kill it, you have to know what to do. But I'm not going to give away that secret on the air. No. Those are things that I don't give away like that. For certain people, when they visit me, they get that information, but not on the air. No. There are people who's going to take classes and pay $2,300 just to find out about that. Mixing oil. Seriously. They pay $2,300 to find out about mixing oils.
Wow. No, that is special.
So why do I give away that for free? I'm not going to charge anyone.
No.
But if you come to me, I'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, that's special a lot.
Because you can make different types of, for example, let's say your partner is hardworking and her work is kind of laborious. Let's say she's a housewife. A housewife means you're moving and you're going to get aches and pain. There are some things that you have to add to that oil that's going to take away that ache and pain.
Oh, okay.
Take that.
Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
Dr. Raj.
Hi.
I think it's one of the most educational programs I've been taking all notes. And I'm a very sexual person. Actually, it's very, very, very interesting.
Thank you.
The thing is that I have real sex, and I'll tell you something. When I finish having sex, at times, I'm really, really very, very heated, although I'm finished. And I've always thought of going to the tub, taking a good bath and having oil and all of that. But I think that one good day I'll come to you and I'll pay you for your service or services and teach me how to do this oil mixing and the different candles and all that. I have a book that I bought, but I just need some help. I know sex is more than just finishing and things and that. Because I just think that when I'm finished with sex, it's not just finished. I feel so sexy. I have a lot of yin energy in me. And I would love to get to you, Dr. Raj. But you can't give everything on the phone, but you can tell me a little more about that as a person. But I want to get more into that because I know I need more than just finishing with sex, but get into the sensual things of my own body. Could you just elaborate a bit, please?
All right.
I'll come to you one day.
No problem. And that's a very good question because there are some people that have very high sexual energy. But one of the things I want to finish off with, when you finish doing a massage of that nature, please ground yourself off. Stand against a wall that is cold, rub your hands together in front of the wall and slap it on the wall. But your hands must be higher than your heart. Not at this level, at heart.
Okay. Yeah.
And slap it against the wall.
Sure.
Not hard. Just like that. Tap it like that. Ground yourself off. Re-energize yourself. Refocus yourself. Breathing and relax. The gentleman, if you have high sexual energy, if you can stand an ice bath, it is fantastic. If you cannot stand an ice bath, sandalwood also, you can apply that to your skin. But the best thing is to go into an ice bath with the essential oil in the ice bath. And persons who have a high sexual energy or who have that radiating from them needs to have different types of sexual energy. And you need that release. And you need that release from different outlets. And you're always seeking to find that perfect lover or that perfect person that is going to help you to neutralize that energy. Because that energy needs to be neutralized. Because you could be so heated inside, sexually and otherwise, that you literally feel as though you're going crazy. I'm not talking about addiction to masturbation and addiction to porn. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a high sexual energy. And you need that release. You need to
get it out.
You need to ground it out with somebody else. So you may have multiple partners, you may have one partner, you may be doing different things, you may be talking stuff, you may be stimulating yourself at a different sexual energy. There are some persons who have gone through their entire life and never experienced that. There are some persons later on in life they experience it. There are some individuals who know of themselves. I am not the only one like this. I am not the only one who is versed in these things. The only difference with me and the others is that I know how to package it and present it, and I'm not afraid.
No, you're going brave.
Haven't I been doing that for the last 18 years?
Definitely.
Well, right. But there are others out there who know the same thing I know, and they know even more than me. But they don't know how to package it, they don't know how to present it, and they're not brave enough to talk about it. And they won't come out and say, well, I am the one who does be doing this. I will say it. I don't give a F about anybody.
You don't give a toot.
No.
That's good. Anyway, before taking return, 9 minutes after 11 o'clock, you are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 102 FM, Trinidad and Tobago #1, all-around program when it comes to sex education, exclusively on Power 102 FM, with your host, Dr. Raj Randanam, of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center at St. Augustine. Folks, our lines are open. We are taking your calls, especially those of you who are experiencing sexual things that you would need to get answers for. Give him a call at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. For those of you sending in text messages and your WhatsApp messages, 740-1961. You can also send in your messages on our website at Power 102 FM. Yeah.
You know, this morning I always listen to Power 102 when I'm on the road and whatnot. And someone was talking about an article that was written in one of the newspapers, and they were talking about oils, well, you know, spiritual oils. And the person in the spiritual store was saying that what you see labeled on the oil is not what it is for, which is so true. You know, you go into these stores, and don't discount it, and you see money-making oil. Love oil. Come to me oil. Go away from me oil. But the labeling on it is not what the oil is for. And that you have to be careful of.
And you know, the average person don't really look at it.
No, they don't look at it.
They don't look at it.
And it's in some at one of the newspaper today, because who was reading that article? The lady in the morning time, Rhoda Barrett.
Oh, Rhoda Barrett.
She was reading that article, and it was stated in the article what, if I heard correctly, and if she read it correctly, that what is stated is not necessarily what it is for, which is so true, and I know that for a fact. So many a times you go and you buy a candle and it says something and you say that is what it is for, or the person selling you it and I said it is not. It is not. So you have to be very careful about these things. And that's if you're going into the occult. When you're dealing with sensuality, it's the very same thing. That's why I tell people spirituality and sexuality is very closely related. Sex is part of spirituality, whether it be the occult or the spiritual side, the good side, or the dark side. Sex is always part of it. You could be doing what type of worship, sex is always part of it. The sensual part of it is essential. The use of incense and perfume and all these things, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for the type of perfume that you use.
Well, in a position like that, it would make you feel, it would, how should I put it? It would raise your sex drive.
Yes. So the man who's given that massage, and he's smelling like if he now come from work,
oh gosh,
the woman is not going to enjoy the massage.
That would be a turn down.
So you make sure you shower also, you make sure you're smelling nice, you make sure you apply essential oils to your body. The same oil that you're massaging with, you don't have to use no expensive perfume. Of course, if you want to use perfume, you could do that too.
Yeah. Well, that's an incentive.
Yes. You're creating the atmosphere whereby you are also sensual.
Yeah.
Your natural musk or pheromone is going to come out from your pubic hair around your scrotum. That's why it's important that your penis and your balls is at the level of the person's nose.
Oh, that level. Yeah.
That's why I tell you, everything that you're doing there, it's important how you stand, how you sit, and what you do. Placing your balls and your penis in the person's hand while you're massaging them is also important. The connection is there. The transference of energy. The scent.
From one body to the other.
Correct.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 14 minutes after 11 o'clock. You are listening to Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with your host, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center out in St. Augustine. Don't forget, folks, all the lines are open. If you would love to interact with him, feel free at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Nobody does better what we do best when it comes to sex education on a Thursday and Friday evening on Power 102 FM.
I remember once there was a movie where Antonio Banderas, and he was an assassin. Can't remember the name. And he was tracking this woman down. And because of her perfume, he was able to find her. She would use jasmine. And he was walking on a street and he smelled the jasmine and he knew it was her. And that is true. So if a woman likes jasmine, the scent of jasmine, you light a jasmine candle. If she likes the scent of strawberries, you light a strawberry candle. You find the appropriate candle for your partner. There are some women who are... recently I was doing one of the massage, and the person I was doing it for, I light up a hazelnut candle because I like hazelnut. And she was totally turned off by it. I had to get rid of it. But thank God I have different types of candles.
No, then how many are candles? I mean, you could supply a country that lost electricity with candles. Anyway, folks, taking my time, 15 minutes after 11 o'clock. Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM with your host, Dr. Raj, and we're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
I don't know, ask him.
You must remember he said, why so glad Raj talk about that tonight, boy?
Yeah, boy. Again, I think.
You want to get bonus. And she saying, yeah, this is a bonus for you, you're lucky with Raj.
Enjoy classics from all the greats of Calypso, Sparrow, Scallon, Kitchener, Roger, Shadow, Calypso Rose, and many more Calypso classics with
Let's have a good time.
All the Calypso rates, Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m.
Or, when I go back on the air, I'll tell him why not to lick off the oil.
Why not to lick off?
The oil, you're not licking.
Oh, the oil.
Ready, standing united and moving forward.
You want to get bubbles?
We're one people, one nation, and all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Let's do this with Shirley Wilson on Power 102, empowering you.
I myself, I plan to get some good sleep tonight. I need it. Well, after program, I don't go to sleep before 2 a.m.
I don't go to bed until, that's my average time.
No, I go to sleep at 2. But tomorrow I'm not going to get up early.
I'll tell you why. I've been up doing 4 minutes.
Join us for some soothing.
I think they have a game tomorrow evening. Knockout starting on Monday. Don't wake up tomorrow until I'm
Only the best.
Last couple of days was strenuous.
The Lay Ride. Saturdays from 6 to 10
I had 2 family members coming in from Canada and they couldn't get flight.
Empowering you. All inclusive Saturdays.
The sister.
So I didn't fly to the US.
Yeah?
Why didn't fly to the US?
Music and personalities to power your day.
I know what flight to the US.
Could go to. I think they want to
Sir
go to.
Charles, Chris, DJ Maggie, Gaylan, and the ultimate DJ.
We could fly from Canada to
Power 102.
Jamaica.
Power 102 FM.
That's the far ways, you know. But sometimes you don't think about it.
No, but someday you think in one channel.
The power of music.
And my sister take this left hand.
Inclusive Saturdays.
She was real
So they were
close.
close.
Real close. Then I was like sisters.
Empowering
And my
you.
cousin,
News Power 102 FM.
one of my
presents
cousins,
a groundbreaking series In Focus.
video it now.
Examine the burning issues
FaceTime.
facing TNT. In Focus.
So she-
this coming Wednesday.
she saw the whole funeral.
TNT's anti-gang legislation. What do the new amendments mean? How effective will it be? And is the TGPS equipped?
Some of them describe the funeral and things.
Yeah, but that's what they did to her, for her today.
Anti-gang 2018. Join our specially invited guests, Government Minister Fitzgerald
Ooh.
Senator
Look how
Joe
time this
Biden,
change, eh?
Power
Imagine you
Show.
want something and you could film the
Inspector
whole
Michael
thing.
Seals, Defense Attorney Fareed Ali.
And we asked is that they take them big camera that had the front.
That's why they say, if I travel in somewhere in the world and I die, don't bring back my body, you know. Don't go through that expense. Fly somebody up there and make sure they're
Sexplosion is on
cremate
Power
them,
102.
bring back the ashes.
Now on new days and at
Yeah,
new times.
Skype it.
The
Yeah,
country's
because
most
Everybody go see her dead.
Yeah, expensive. Yeah, that's what everybody
is
do.
on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m.
And God forbid me for saying this, and my mother ain't going too well.
The guru of sex
So,
in the
I gotta go that way too.
Admitting that sex is totally below.
I was always say, my wife just say the same thing.
Eh?
My wife just say the very same thing.
That you possess is
They set a time to wait till morning, they may like all of it.
Sexplosion.
I don't say you waited on nobody to go my
To
phone.
come back, yeah. We're taking returns now 19 minutes after 11 o'clock, and you are listening to Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM on this Friday evening with your host, Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Imaging, the Adult Therapy Center in St. Augustine. Our lines are open for those of you who would love to interact with him via the telephone. Feel free at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. For those of you sending in WhatsApp messages and your text messages on his private mobile, you can do that, 740-1961. And you can also send in your messages on our website at Power 102 FM.
As an aside, this week I read in the newspaper where a policeman was given award for writing the most amount of ticket.
Award?
Don't you think that is ridiculous?
It is.
So is that game now? How much ticket they write?
An award for getting...
Yeah, some commendation and whatnot.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So which means to say when a police stop you now, he will find a reason to give you a ticket.
From that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a competition. Whoever came up with that idea is totally ridiculous. A person should be rewarded for doing what they're supposed to do like that. I mean, if you're in a situation where you could lose your life and you save somebody or something, yes, I could understand that.
Yes, well, yes.
But not for how much ticket you write.
No, and I can understand that.
When I saw that this week, I was like, oh, we getting real stupid in this place, boy.
Anyway, folks.
Kamala says she missed it. I wonder why Kamala missed it. Kamala, oh, I was supposed to say this is dedicating that to Kamala. Oh, she said to call her name. So, Kamala, you were part of the massage. Don't worry. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about you while you were giving the massage.
Yeah. Yes. Because
so, Kamala got the massage too.
She got the...
Yes. So you miss out?
That's up to no.
No, you miss out at all.
And you always say the second time around is the better time.
Well, the second time she hears, this is the first time she hearing it.
Yeah, so
it come like she get twice?
She get twice.
So,
incidentally.
I'm going to be real tired.
You get tired? No,
I'm only human, you know, and I get it older every day, don't you?
Yes, but as a sex...
I'm not the same man you knew 18 years ago, you know.
But as a sexologist, your body...
You go back to that as a sexologist.
No, your body is trained. Your body is trained for the type... Okay, let me rephrase that. Your body is trained for the type of job that you do. That sounds much better though, right?
Yes. But it's still making it easier for me. Because you'll give people high expectations.
You look like I tell
you will be giving people high expectations, and I don't want that.
You look like a person that...
I look like a person what?
That you don't disappoint anybody.
I try my best not to.
But there you go. There you go with your answer.
So that's why I don't mix with people.
That's why the expectations. That's why the expectations are high.
You don't hear what I say? I said that's why I don't mix with people. So there's no expectation.
Anyway, folks,
how could you have expectation with somebody who don't mix with you?
No. Those are the ones that get blank.
Everybody gets blank.
Everybody gets blank. No, I like that. Everybody gets blank.
I stick to myself.
Yeah. You stick to your... in a better frame, in a better sense of word, you stick to your guns.
Yes.
No, that's good. Anyway,
Doctor, is it normal for a woman to have discharge throughout the day when not on a period? What kind of discharge? That's what I need to know. And folks, for those of you who are doing the massage, you notice I didn't say anything about licking the back of the individual where you put the massage oil. Massage oil does burn your tongue, eh?
No.
It's bitter. It has taste. So don't go licking where you put the massage oil, unless it's a massage lotion that is meant, they're edible, they're edible massage lotion that you could lick. But don't go licking massage oil. You would not like the taste that you get on your tongue. You'll be talking like that, and you'll be wanting to wash your tongue out and scrape it. So, in order not to kill the taste in your tongue, don't lick the massage oil.
No.
The edible massage lotion, you could lick that.
Leave that alone. Leave the...
leave the licking for the honey dust.
The honey dust. You know, the honey dust sounds like... It sounds very interesting. Very, very interesting. And that is something that...
I know somebody who will want a pack of honey dust.
I have to put on the menu.
I know somebody who will want a pack of honey dust.
You know someone who would want a pack of
I know somebody who will want a pack of honey dust. I see she respond yet, boy. She normally respond in a second.
You sure she's listening?
Right through the program, everything I say, she just send in her message right away. But like she want the honey dust, boy. Okay, no honey dust for you.
No honey dust.
Okay. Is it normal for a woman to have a brownish discharge throughout the day when not on a period? Nope, that is not normal. Check for polycystic ovaries. You're wondering? Okay, well, it's not you.
Oh, so you did get the answer now. Or you didn't get the answer still.
Well, it's not you then. It's somebody else I was thinking about. She says she don't get vexed.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, 45 minutes after 11 o'clock. Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM, Thursday and Friday. On a Thursday between 7 and 11 o'clock. on a Friday from 9 until midnight.
So there's so many ways that you, in the intermediate and advanced,
Yeah.
that's when you start massaging the perineum and the anus.
That's another.
And that's in the intermediate and the advanced. That's why I didn't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
There are many variations to this, and there are many things that you can incorporate in. And there's another part to it in the intermediate and advanced where you use your body to massage the person's body.
Body to body is. That sounds interesting. It's just that, you know, in
the intermediate, there's things that you do to the back, not using your hands.
Okay. Well, I can visualize that because what we
there are
speak in
different
terms-
strokes. There are different things that you do in the intermediate that you don't do in the basic.
and the possibility it might bounce up a roadblock.
Somewhere along the way. You mean if you chuck yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, when you do the body to body, you chuck yourself, you can't go further.
Roadblock.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, folks, taking more time, 26 minutes after 11 o'clock. Sexplosion on Power, the 2.1 FM. The guru of sex education, the only one in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center out of St. Augustine. Don't forget, folks, our lines are open at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Yeah. So what we do is go right back to the lines. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm fine. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Yes, I am. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. I hope you continue listening. Mm-hmm.
One of my friends, right? He's a very young kid, 29 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't problem having sex. He do get a heart attack.
Okay.
Could you give me you want to know what is the cause if you could give me a little advice what could be the problem?
Well, I can't do that without information.
Okay, so what will be the case then?
Well, he has a erectile dysfunction, but I can't say why. It might be medically related. It could be because of his job. It could be because of stress. So what he'll have to do is come to the adult therapy center.
Okay. So you want to do something because?
Yeah, there are a number of things that you have to do. At 29 years of age, you're not supposed to be having that kind of problem.
Okay. No, and what going on, right? He's a married person now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you guys have a lot of problems and because when you have a son and you can have sex with your wife, right? You guys will get accident. And when you tell them, no, you can't take tablets and that's why I tell them, okay, you say you have to be taking tablets.
Well, if you're taking tablets and things for sex, it'll just make things worse. It's better he get it fixed than to do that.
Okay.
All right? And yes, his wife is going to have a problem if he's not able to have sex with her.
Well, this is what he tells me. Because when you are a good friend,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you come to tell a man, you have a battle of it, how, you know, because you always have to do sex with you, right? And you trying to get a child to, and you're not going to.
How long are you married?
You married out 2 years now.
Okay, well, tell him and his wife to come to the adult therapy center.
What you do, you like to know the problem.
But wait, and he's the one not getting the erection?
The problem,
So how we don't want the wife to know he's not the problem?
because you're doing things on that low.
Yeah, but
Right now, as I said earlier, he takes the tablets and you're going to have sex with your wife, and you're going to do it more.
But and his wife was getting vexed before, so she obviously know you have a problem.
The wife can get, like when she was into sex, right? And you're not going to have sex with you.
Well, right. So she already know he has a problem. So what is the difficulty in bringing his wife?
Oh, so
And if you want to have a child, If you want to have a child, I'll help both of them to have a child. That's what I'm trying to tell you, because you put in other things in the mix, you know. At first it started off with he couldn't get erection. Then now it started off, it went on to the wife getting vexed. Then it went on to he taking tablets. Then it went on that he trying to have a child. It's 5 different things you're talking about, you know. I know, but I'm telling you, you're putting other thing in the mix. I can't give you a solution for him, you know. So if that's what you're trying to do, it's not going to do.
You know I'm telling you, come on to you. You know I'm telling you, come on to you, come on to Dr. Raj, with the step over. You go to listen. You listen to us. You get that concrete. You understand?
Yeah.
Between a man and a woman, who is getting more?
Between a man and a woman? It depends on who doing the honing. How are I going to know that?
Okay. But I hope he explained to his friend that it could be cured. That's the most important thing.
Of course. That's what you do at the adult therapy center. But I cannot give him an answer to give him because I don't have the facts.
No.
And if you're fishing for an answer, I can't give you an answer.
Yeah, that is like fishing.
Yeah.
That don't answer. So what we are going to do is go back to the lines. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hi, yes, Dr. Raj, I'm calling back from second time. I want to say that, very great program again. And a man is like the ocean that gives out. A woman is like the ocean that takes in. Many times, too often, we find that men don't feel long enough on a woman, and a woman is like a fire. And this massage we talked about is like lighting a fire on a woman. I think it's a great therapy for saving marriages, as a matter of fact, because I read where a woman can get most orgasms by the touch of the finger or the touch of the tongue.
Correct.
Not just by a man who's between having sex and finishing with it. So the thing is that, if I may say, Dr. Raj, that's a very good program, and a man must learn to light the fire in a woman slowly, like by massaging, and all that is like lighting the fire. And when that fire is lit properly, that woman gets so heated, and you talk about putting the tongue there, the mouth there, and she's getting the most orgasm she can ever get. I totally agree with that. So I think men need to learn the art of saving their marriages and having proper sex with their women.
Well, that's why I decided. That's why I
to learn, as you said, how would you know about it if you don't read and understand and study it?
and put it into practice.
Yes, Dr. Raj, I'm listening.
But that's why I decided to do this program tonight, to hope to save some marriages. At the end of the day, but I don't know if you picked up on it, because nobody seemed to have picked up on it when I talk about getting the 5 elements all in one. And one of them is fire. And that fire within a woman must come out.
Yes, very good point.
The sexual scent of a man, or the sex...
I mean, I roasted some very fun melandrans this evening and some tomato. And the fire took some time to light. I'm going to tell you practically what I did. I'm looking at it. It took some time to light. And when it was lighting, the more I put the wood into the fire, the more it was so blazing. And then I got the cool and I roasted my tomato and my melangran or whatever, which I enjoyed. So the same example with a woman. The more when let's say this massage is finished, and this man is good with sex now, and he puts his penis in there, the main key there, I'm saying this for all men who's listening to this program, please, and Dr. Raj, you feel reinforce it. And I saw you have a book about ejaculation there, very, very good. And for men, I'm saying please that try to become what we call multi-orgasmic. And I want Dr. Raj, one good to speak about the multi-orgasmic man. There's a book based on that. I will talk about this on another program. But becoming multi-orgasmic means that you go on a woman and you keep yourself from ejaculating. And when you keep yourself from ejaculating, you can, like a fighter, for example, like Muhammad Ali and these guys, when they were going to fight, you would have kept away from ejaculating for many few days before, so they keep their energy. And if a man learned the art of keeping his energy and not ejaculating. Not ejaculating means that he can have all the orgasms that he can get, one after the other. Just don't ride over a cliff. And he can have 5 women as a matter of fact. He can have sex all night if he wants to. He would not get very tired. He would not need much sleep and all that. If I'm not taking too much of that. Because when a man ejaculates 50 million to 250 million sperm cells and he becomes weak. What the woman just look at him and laugh. He may not say anything. She might be his wife. But what happens? He hugs the pillow and sleeps. You know, people got to learn and educate themselves to become strong, keep long on the woman as much as possible by keeping that energy. Dr. Raj, I'm speaking maybe a lot. Please elaborate on more if I may ask you, please.
Well, I've spoken many times about that. I just say you could have sex without ejaculating. You don't need to ejaculate. You can have an orgasm without ejaculating. Well, I don't know how long you're listening to the program, but I've spoken about that many, many, many times. That's why I tell people I don't like to break. I could have sex a whole month straight without breaking.
Oh, very good. Just a very good, Dr.
And I don't get blue balls. I've never gotten blue balls.
Yes.
I've never gotten that in my life. And I could have sex for an entire month without ejaculating. I don't need to.
I also experienced more than a month. I'm just telling you this. I'm more than, and my body was so. When I talked to you just now in previous, when I called just now about my body having a lot of yin energy and all that, I mean this. My body is totally different. I talked to you about this, and you told me this is a state of nirvana. Nirvana is a oneness with God when you're having sex, and you got to feel that. Don't just go on a woman's face and say that you want to commandise it. It's a difference between ejaculation and orgasm, which many men didn't know. As a matter of fact, if I could just say a bit, in the early 19th century or so, or around that time, 20th century, somewhere around there, women didn't know that they were multi-orgasm people. And when they learned about it, they started to become, the orgasm started to double and triple and all that. Men too didn't know they could have become multi-orgasmic. When they started to learn and understand about becoming multi-orgasmic, then what happened? Orgasm started to develop more and more into the men. So I think that men, a lot of men don't know the difference.
Let me stop you right here. Stop.
Yes, sir.
Right? You mean men in the Western world.
Okay, fine. Yes.
So I correct you there. Men in the Western world did not know that. In the Eastern world, they knew all about it.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Because all the ancient books and all the teachings on sex have that. It's just the Western world, they needed Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung and those fellas to tell them that. Right? But in the Eastern world, it was all part of making love, having sex.
Yes.
All right? So there are certain things you have to be careful what you're saying, especially when you're qualifying it or quantifying it.
I agree with that, because Sutra tells you a lot about sex in detail. Yes, I agree. Yes, sir. But I enjoy your program, and you know, it's a very, very touching subject, very, very interesting, and very, very interesting. And I think that all men should listen to this program tonight. And you know, it's very, I'm very touched by it, But lighting a fire on a woman and having good sex. Can I just say a little bit more, please? If you don't mind, 1 minute.
Nobody are cutting you off?
That lots of people, if I may say, lots of young people and women are becoming more liberal now, and divorce rate is escalating. You know, sex satisfies a woman. It keeps the couple together. Proper sex. You know, so you think about it, you know, becoming liberal. But what happens is a man can please his woman. You don't have to go there. Understand what I'm saying, Doc?
Well, once persons employ the knowledge and do the things that they're supposed to do, a person wouldn't get horned for sexual gratification. They may get horned for other things. They may get horned because the man beating she. They may get horned because the man is providing for her. They may get horned because the woman is getting emotional attachment. But they're getting horned for sex. So that's why tonight I said make sure the men take note and the women relax and enjoy it.
Yes.
I made sure I said that because I hope every guy who listened to the program tonight, during this weekend, give their partner a sensual sexual massage. and see the benefit of it.
But Doctor, can I say there's a change of time on the program? I think that the program has changed for the better. A lot. I enjoy it a lot more because you know why, Doc? You're really, really sticking to a topic. I want to commend you 100% for that. And I'm seeing a great change in the program, and I'm really happy for that. Honestly, go ahead, please.
Well, thanks. That's all I can say. I have always been consistent with what I do. You know, it's just that I recognize the fact with the change of time and my
coming out now, I mean that.
and the audience. That's what I've recognized. I have recognized that there's a change of time, there's going to be a change of audience, and there's going to be a change of topic. I can't do the same. You cannot do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. So if you have a new audience and you need to captivate people, you have to change with that. And that's what I've done. I have to change with the times also, you know. You can't be on the air successfully for 18 years without changing as you go along.
No, you need to get changed.
Because then people say that again, he again. You know, you follow cricket? Do you follow cricket?
I love cricket, definitely.
Do you ever heard about a guy called Sunil Gavaskar?
Oh yes.
Do you know what was his last innings? How much runs he scored?
I know about his song, yeah?
No. He scored 96. Wait, let me finish now. He scored 96 runs. And when the commentators asked him, why are you retiring at this point in your life? He said, that's exactly why. People should always ask, why did I retire? They should never say, he should go. Remember in that same song, Rally Round the West Indies, they say, Michael Holding should go?
Okay.
He made that point. He said, nobody should say, it's time for you to go. You retire at the top of your game, not at the bottom of it. And that's what he did. And I always admired that in a man. When a man knows he is at his pinnacle, but he said, that's the end of it for me. The day I decide to quit, I must not be on the radio and people say, boy, get off the radio. It must be that I am there, people still want to hear me, but I'm gone. Okay, thank you for your contribution.
Well, thanks a lot. I tell you, really contributed a lot to tonight's program. Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 19 minutes before 12 midnight. Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM with the only guru of sex education in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj, and your host of Sexplosion of the Adult Therapy Center at St. Augustine, also Total Image. And for those of you who are experiencing sexual problems and would want to get his attention, you can give them a call. As a matter of fact, for those of you sending in your WhatsApp and your text messages, you can also do that on his private mobile, 740-1961. That's 740-1961. Yeah.
So, I always strive to do what is best. At the same time, I decide to do like my program tonight, and it's simply because of a phone call I got on my way home yesterday. After the program last night, I got a phone call from a young lady, and she asked me if I know about sexual and sensual massage, and if it is what was told her, and I decided, okay, I'm going to do a program on that.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure she's happy.
Yeah. She have had it done, so she know how mind-blowing it could be. And I think 90% of our audience, or their female audience, have never had a sensual or sexual massage.
But on the other hand, a lot of them happy that you give an explanation of how it's done. Anyway, folks, taking our time, 16 minutes before 12, we're going to go back to the lines. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello? Could you speak a little louder, please?
Go ahead.
What I would advise you to do is to call back because you seem to be having a little problem with that.
No, he's afraid to talk. He having no problem. He's afraid to talk.
Afraid to talk.
He want to talk to me directly. You call, you already acknowledge that you have called, just talk. I don't know why people need you to say yes or what.
Yeah.
You're already on, Junior has acknowledged, yes, we're here, and you go ahead and talk. That's all you need to do.
Anyway, folks, taking the time, it's now 15 minutes before 12, right here on Power 102.1 FM. Don't forget, our lines are open. You've got 15 minutes in which you can interact with Dr. Raj here on Power 102 FM. Feel free at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Yeah.
Many a times we would like to make things better with our spouse or partner, but we are not willing to put the effort into it. There are many a times I've gone home, my wife works, I work, and I know she's tired, I know she had a hard day and whatnot, and I will do whatever it takes for she to relax. It does not have to include sex. And I have learned that from her, despite the fact that it is my education, it is my profession. Because I will pick up on the signs from her when she needs to relax, when she needs to cuddle, when she needs to hug up, which she don't like to do, but I will pick up on the signs.
Yeah,
but you must know your partner. So many a times a person will tell me that they're married and they can't understand why things going downhill. They can't understand why their wife don't do certain things and whatnot. It's because they have lost that art and they're not picking up on anything. So you have difficulties.
Yeah, you will experience difficulties here. Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM when it comes to nighttime radio. When it comes to sex education, we are always one step ahead with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj, and the guru of sex education, as a matter of fact. Your host, right here on Power 2.1 FM of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. That's in Augusta. 222-8255, 612-8255. Those are the numbers if you have a problem and you would love to get some help from him. Feel free. Yep.
You know, I am so blessed to have found my forte, to have recognized that this is what I am going to be at a very young age, to work my way towards being who I am today, to have the support of my wife, my family, my children, my guru, my friends, my true friends. I have their true support.
That's the most important thing.
That's one thing I can tell you. I have the support of my true friends. Those who are so-called acquaintances or so-called persons who they strive on your downfall, I know them also.
Well, I know you.
I know them also.
You can tell off the bat.
But I have some true friends.
That's the most important.
True
That's
friends.
the most important thing. Eh?
And I have some true family members that will support me in everything that I do. So I am blessed with that. And I am telling you this. Throughout my life, I come across persons, sexually and otherwise, who are there for me as I am there for them.
Oh, okay. And it works both ways.
It's never one-way street.
It works both ways, yeah.
It's never... I can have the support of my son when he don't have my support. He has my 100% support as I have his 100% support. And the same thing, you have a lover, you have that person's support and you support them. You have a friend, you have that person's support and they support you. So it's a two-way street all the time. It's never one. It cannot be selfish. Anytime you make yourself out to be selfish. You know, somebody was angry with me just yesterday and they made a point. And I told them, I said, prove it. I said, you prove what you have just said. I said, I've never asked you to do something. I said, you are the selfish one. You want things done your way all the time. I have never asked you to do something.
And what was their response?
They couldn't answer. They could not answer.
Yeah.
Because you're saying things to hurt, but there's no backing to it. That's why when somebody says something to hurt me, and there's no backing behind it, there's no truth to it, I laugh it off. Because you're not hurting me.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 10 minutes before 12 o'clock, and you are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM. Tell you what we are going to do is take that break, and we're going to come right back at you. Stay tuned.
Sir Charles and Calypso Classics. Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. Calypso Classics.
Right program for tomorrow.
Enjoy classics from all nights of Calypso.
I find that so early for Calypso.
Kitchen,
I
Brother,
find that to be so early for Calypso.
and many more Calypso Classics with Sir Charles. All the Calypso rates, Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. and only on Power 102. The power of Calypso. Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one. We're one people, one nation, and all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Let's do this with Shema Woodson on Power 102, empowering you. The Reggae Ride, each and every Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102.
Old people say, no run down bus, and no run down
The Reggae Ride, the Reggae Ride, with the Empress, Gayla, and the DJ Shane.
And good music.
Join us for some soothing reggae music on a Saturday.
Reggae music.
The Reggae Ride. From the old to the new, we play only the best. The Reggae Ride, Saturdays from 6 to 10 p.m. on Power 102.
Today,
empowering you.
The funeral was 11 o'clock.
On Power 102
So,
FM.
and the crematorium was 1.
With the best music
What's that?
and personalities to power your day.
The funeral was 10:30, 11 o'clock. And the crematorium after was 1. So when the service finished, the host stayed in front of the church. And they opened up the bar. And they really packed music. You hear that thing song, boy? Called the open the back of the club, the back of the house and the coffin inside. Real secure. And the fella only playing, you know the people from Batu? Sean, what is his name? Boy? But that man opened that thing, the body of that pants on.
New days and
In that
the
house.
country's most informative sex education program, Sexplosion, is on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Fridays from 9 p.m. to midnight with Dr. Raj Randanan, the guru of sex in the Caribbean.
A lot of times we think that sex is totally below the waist. It is not below the waist. It starts in the brain. Your largest sex organ that you possess is your brain.
Tune in for discussion on all sexual matters. Sexplosion on Power 102, empowering you.
Well, that brings us to 7 minutes before 12 midnight right here on Sexplosion on Power 102.1 FM. The guru of sex education, Dr. Raj Randanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center in Investing. Folks, you still got 7 minutes in which you can interact with and via the telephone. Feel free. 222-8255. Also at 612-8255. Yeah.
You know, sometimes in life you achieve certain things and you think that that is the pinnacle of your achievement. And you think that I have seen it all, done it all, and there's nothing that's going to give me that thrill again in life. I am not going to break the world record anymore. I am not going to be the best at what I do. And something comes around that just blows your mind. And that has happened to me recently. It just comes and you're like, oh my God, there's another level to this. And you have experienced the very same thing in a different way, long before him.
Okay.
And now you're experiencing it again. Not fully, but getting there. And it's just like, this could actually happen, right? That in one lifetime you could win 2 lotto. In one lifetime you could win 3 lottos. In one lifetime, I haven't won the lotto, eh? I'm talking in parables here.
No, I know you, because next thing I know...
Yeah, next thing you know, somebody tried to hold me up outside. In one lifetime you have won 5 lottos. In one lifetime you have won 6 lottos.
Wow.
In one lifetime, when you have reached the pinnacle of everything and you think that, okay, now it's could only go downhill, you suddenly win another lotto and it's bigger than all the other lottos before. I hope that has enlightened you enough. I'm not going to put it any other way.
No. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you couldn't have put it in any better way.
Well, if you don't understand that, well, what would I say?
Well, then you're talking Spanish.
It's amazing, you know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, I was telling a friend this today, and it's a popular saying, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. And I remember 5 years ago I had a plan. And I put everything in place for that plan to come to fruition. And it never materialized.
Never materialized?
Because God had another plan.
God, he knows best, eh? He knows best.
And sometimes you tell yourself there is nothing more for you to experience. You have experienced it all. You have done it all. You are not going to